to Big Dad Industries. I am Ben, also known as Big Dad, one of the players this evening on our actual play, Ask Not For Whom, run by the wonderful House Tremere, who I will let take over from here.
Thank you. So I am at House Tremere. I will be the storyteller this evening for Ask Not For Whom. I hope you have caught up. We will be doing a brief recap of all that has transpired thus far. It is possible this is the last session. We might have one more. That's TBD. There's a lot to be said. Our wonderful characters have provided a great story, and I'd like them to each introduce themselves and their character briefly before I do a story recap. So let us start with our non social media friend, who you can only find here.
Howdy. I don't know why I said howdy. My name is Luke. I am playing Tom Collins, aka Mad Dog. Don't call him Tom Collins. Only call him Mad Dog. He will punch you in the face or kick you in the knee. He is a gangrel, a member of Clan Gangrel, and has been a right hand, or not so much a right hand, but a fist of the current prince for quite some time, and is a bruiser.
My nemesis, Clan Gargoyle.
Hi, I'm Tyler, also known as Clan Gargoyle on Twitter or Tyler Rose RPG. And tonight, perhaps for the last time, I will be playing Kestrel, the Toreador, who is a very sorry boy and has repented for all of his sins and been blessed by the whatever blesses vampires who repent, Magic Sky Daddy, to have many great powers now and will be dipping his french fries in blood and consuming them happily.
And I am Owen, who's still not really quite sure what's going on, uh, but he's trying to get out of it alive. Or
So,
whatever we are. Also, if my
Unalive.
audio gets quiet, chat, please let me know. There was an issue with the VOD last week. So it's no trouble if you mention audio problems.
but I think Owen's confusion is a good place to recap the story. From the beginning, the prince declared that they were leaving the city. The beckoning called to them. They could no longer resist it. They wanted to leave the city in peace. So, in the infinite wisdom of centuries old vampire, an election was to be held. What harm? Battle lines were quickly drawn. The Ventru Seneschal and the Tremere Regent at odds for the princedom, and the sheriff too was leaving town. The La Sombra and the Nosferatu are fighting over that title. Our players sided with the Tremere and the La Sombra, as they have one amongst them, and naturally Owen couldn't go against the clan. After some wheelings and dealings, they ended up in a battle with a Ventru. Assault on a highway. They succeeded, got away, saved their touchstone. They're tracking down this Carmine Giordano for someone. Two parties are interested. And all the while, there was a religious figure, perhaps, that spoke to them, asked them to repent for their ways. Owen and Mad Dog said no, and their blood thickened. Their connection to Cain grew deeper. Kestrel repented, and a bit of the burden, a bit of the curse of the vampire was lifted. Not forever, but he got to see the sunrise. Vampires don't get to do that. When we last left our party, they had just discovered that Carmine Giordano was hiding out in the New Yorker hotel. Cheeky move, given that it's also the Elysium. They were on their way to the New Yorker. Owen is quite hungry, if I recall. And also to note, Kestrel, you still have Auspex 6 because of the Tremere potion you drank.
Yes.
That was how the vision that you had, also of 3 tarot cards. Unsure what that's all about.
We'll see.
But I think we will take it from there with the car driving to the New Yorker hotel.
I'd like to heal some of my damage that I sustained that I couldn't heal off that they were doing ag damage to me.
Rouse check to see if your hunger goes up.
I stay at 1 hunger.
Wait, you said do you have ag damage?
I was supposed to have ag damage, but because of my awesome fortitude, it was all reduced to superficial.
Okay.
What's your total health tracker at this point?
I have too much for the paper for my PDF, so I have 11.
A lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay, show off.
I also, if I ever get through all of that, because of this new ability I took, I don't even take negatives for being kind of through my full superficial and
you
into
can
ag.
heal during the fight.
Because we didn't repent, and we got much
we learned
stronger.
nothing.
You also couldn't stand the sight of garlic or the cross.
Learned nothing.
And I got these dope horns.
But so you're driving towards the New Yorker. I'm sorry, Richie Starburns is driving, and so he asks, "Where to, boss? You want me to make a stop or right to the New Yorker?" Once you tell him that direction.
It depends on the answer to the question of, do we have to get the Keeper's permission to move on parts of the New Yorker that are not used for Elysiums?
No. Furthermore, the Keeper is a Malkavian, and the New Yorker is in abandoned Banu Hakim territory.
We never did quite figure out why they aren't in town anymore.
Jacob told you. The Tremere said that he made their lives expensive if he could not outright end them.
That's right. That's right. He's a terrible person, and he's our new boss.
And he's probably watching us right now.
Thank God we didn't repent.
Woo! Here's to that.
Doing a Tremere's work is a lot harder when you feel bad about things. Do we want to stop at Southern Brooklyn, because I got a lead on the person who actually asked us to find Carmine?
Didn't we confirm that was Tony Giovanni dude?
Bear
there were 2 people.
Bear the dog.
And Tony Giovanni both want you to find Carmine Giordano.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony Giovanni offered some boon, and Bear the dog said they would pay in a bunch of blood.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't really need a bunch of blood, but I would like to ask him how he knew Carmine was in trouble kind of before that news got out to everybody. Maybe he's connected to the Giovanni, I don't know, but I mean, it's kind of, do we want to go in completely informed by asking the person who told us to go find him why, or do we want to just go right to the person and get Carmine?
I'd prefer to have leverage on Bear the dog if we go and meet him.
I agree.
Okay, so straight to Carmine.
I think that's the best plan. If we know where he is...
Well, yeah, definitely. Let's go there.
And depending on how things go, we can move after that.
You're driving to the New Yorker. You are across the Brooklyn Bridge, probably 10, 15 minutes more. There's not a lot of traffic. But Richie says, boss, I think we got a tail. I mean, I'm not sure. I got to keep my eyes ahead of me, but I think I've seen this car for like almost the whole way.
Is it a taxi cab, Richie?
No, it's like
Because there's thousands of those in the city, and they all look the same.
no, it's that Jeep.
I'm going to turn around and see what he's seeing.
Yeah.
There is a SUV with a Jeep thing across the front, grill, and got tinted windows so you can't see inside of it.
Can I turn on Eyes of the Beast? I can see through darkness, both real and supernatural.
It is not dark. There are streetlights and headlights.
I still have my Auspex 6 at the moment, right?
Mhm.
Can I use I was thinking premonition, unless you guys have a different idea.
I think heightened senses is probably.
Do I have access to heightened senses since I took Sense the Unseen?
No, I mean you'd have to
Ooh.
have taken it at another level.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, I could just use premonition on this thing. See maybe where it's intending to do to us.
Oh yeah, what does it
if
want to do to
is.
us?
Yeah, let's try
Okay.
that out.
Hey, what'd you
See
take
if
it
that-
4 and 5?
It's from
Rouse
the.
check.
It's from
the
the
Tremere
potion.
potion gives 3 dots to Auspex plus the combat.
Use your telepathy to find out.
Don't think I can use telepathy on somebody I can't see.
So, premonition on the van. Give me a rouse check to see how the hunger goes.
All good. Or
Okay.
the rouse check.
Then Auspex 6 plus wits plus 1 for blood potency bonus.
All right. +1 plus.
Don't forget to add thirst.
Yes, I know.
That's bled into another game I'm on.
Resolve. Okay, just double checking everything. 8. Okay. Oh.
What did he just say?
What did he just say?
Oh, adding thirst. Mhm.
That is
Holy
8
fuck.
successes.
Okay.
It's a
You
crit.
You see their whole lives.
you get a premonition, and it's flashes, and it takes you a while to put the pieces together. So Richie has driven another 5-10 minutes. You're now like 5 minutes away from the hotel. And once you put the pieces together, the flashes, you realize it was an image. You like jigsawed it, got like all these different pieces, and you put them all together,
Oh.
and it was Richie sitting in the driver's seat of the car with a bullet hole in his head.
Ah. Richie. When we arrive at the hotel, don't wait for us. Keep moving.
Whoa, you don't get to tell him what to do.
If he stays, he gets a bullet through the head. In the image, can I see like the background or just him?
Yes. No, you see the car is empty. He's parked in a row of parked cars. Looks like he is a block or a block and a half away from the hotel.
Don't park anywhere. Don't stop for anything. Just keep moving.
Am I in danger?
Yes.
Then shouldn't I stay with you? You're the safest place, right? Right, boss? You'll keep me safe, won't you?
It might be safer if you are not in the immediate vicinity of this. You know what they say, fight, flee, or hide. Hiding's probably the safest option here.
Shit. I mean, I guess I'll go hide. Thanks for the warning. It looks like we're here.
Don't
The
stay in the
hotel.
car.
I mean, I'll go out to my uncle's place. I haven't talked to him in forever. I'll go drive there, and I'll stay at his place for
No,
the
go
night.
somewhere public.
Yeah.
Oh, uh,
Casino.
okay. Yeah, I'll go to like Central Park.
Yes, go to Central Park. Yes,
Okay.
Seems like a bad
that's
idea.
probably the safest place you can go right now.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, do
Oh.
they? They probably don't care.
I hope these aren't werewolves because of that person I killed that smelled like werewolves before. Could that be possible? Yeah, well, let's
Who
go
did
get
you
Carmine.
kill that smelled like werewolves?
Oh yeah, when I woke up, I wasn't feeling great, so I went out and I was sniffing around, and this guy smelled great. Lured him down an alley, beat him up. Things went a little too far, and he wasn't doing too well, and I might have, taken a little bit too much, and I ran away. But he didn't seem like a normal human being. He was off a little bit.
Fabulous. Just one more thing for us to be concerned about, but it's no matter. We have arrived. We're going to deal with this now. Let's go.
So, Richie drives north towards Central Park. The Jeep you see a block away. You're crossing the street, you're going, and it's going north as well, following Richie. But you walk into the beginning of the New Yorker Hotel. It's a large lobby. There are a lot of places people are sitting. You see a lot of folks on their phones, some with luggage. There's a short line of like two people waiting to see the front desk. And you also all see the Malkavian Keeper of Elysium standing next to what looks like a mortal. And the mortal looks to be smoking.
Inside.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not allowed. You've heard that.
Okay, like a cigarette, and not like he was like smoldering.
You can't. Yes, he is smoking something with his mouth and finger, like he's holding an object. He is
With
not
what
on
happened
fire.
last session, I feel like I can't just take things for granted anymore.
He's not
No, you
vaping.
take them for granted. But you don't smell, even if you were to inhale, any tobacco or other scents.
Well, yeah, we're in New York City. Everything smells like wet trash.
I mean, you're inside a hotel. They try to keep it nicer.
He's
The New
vaping.
Yorker wants. Definitely not. There looks to be ash coming off of it.
Is that
So
a real
if it's
person?
a vape, mortal from the looks of it.
Can I try sense the beast?
Sure. Give me resolve plus animalism plus 2.
Resolve plus animalism plus 2. Resolve plus animalism plus 2. Okay, 6.
At thirst.
At thirst. 3 successes.
He is not a kindred. He is not a ghoul. There is no ghoul vitae in him. You're not sure. He's not a werewolf. You know that. And they do not have hostile intentions to you. You also get a sense that, like, they're not there to do you harm.
Did you get a room number on Carmine?
I have a floor number, but not a room number.
22 something. You couldn't get the last digit, so you've got the 9 potential rooms there.
Got it. I think we should just head.
Because
head-
0.
Mhm.
Do we need like a key card to get on the elevator kind of dealy, or can we just head up on the elevator?
You don't need a key card for the elevators. Franklin and his friend are between you and the elevators.
I remember
and they're
something.
clearly watching you.
During our session 0, we were rolling to see what we knew about people, and remember Franklin had all these super accurate like predictions, Didn't someone roll well enough to know that he had connections to certain will
Yes.
workers?
The La Sombra critical at any cost. To
Oh yeah, we
find
got
out
that back. It's back.
It's back.
once per session, and you know that the friend of Franklin is a magician.
Wizard, Harry.
No, he said magician. That means playing cards and rabbits.
Yeah, he's not a street magician or like stage magician.
He's a close-up
He is
magician. We
a
got it.
legitimate magic user.
An illusionist.
Kind of like
we
the
get
guys
it.
we met the other day, but less religious.
You don't know
Maybe.
that.
We don't know. We don't know. Exactly. True. Yeah, I'm correcting myself, but
All right, you, Kestrel, get us through this.
Franklin doesn't like me.
Oh shit. And get us through this.
What'd you do to Franklin?
Oh, nothing. But I've been told that when I try to talk to people and be sociable, I come off as angry, belligerent, and too much. So
Yes, accurate.
Okay. Storyteller, do you have in your notes what my current hunger is? My sheet says 0, and I don't know if that's accurate.
I am sure that is inaccurate.
Because you have permanent hunger.
No,
Well, no,
because
I
I
mean,
did
you can
eat
get it
people last session.
But that did not get you down to 0. I thought you had a high hunger because you were thinking of hunting before getting here, but let's split the baby and call it 2.
Done. I'll take it. Oh, wise Solomon. Okay. We will walk. I will walk us up to Franklin. Did you just slap her?
Back where it needs to be. I just hit the camera. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
You are
Are we all-
centered. You're good.
Awesome. Hey, Owen.
Franklin. Franklin's
What's
friend.
Oh, hey, I'm Will Volante, and he puts the smoke in his mouth. There's smoke coming off of it. You smell nothing. And he extends his hand.
I hold my hand out. Shake it.
Cold. Friends of yours? You could say that, says Franklin.
Well, if you're,
What's cooking?
well, you know why we're here. I'm guessing.
Credit is appreciated, but flattery only gets you so far. It's also good for you to confess about what you're doing here. Causing trouble?
Not
Says
yet.
Franklin. Planning to cause trouble?
No.
I gotta keep this place clean and happy, and everyone around here ignorant of the fact that we are here and we do what we do here.
Don't talk
So
to
I
me
just
like
wanna
I'm a.
make sure
Don't
there's
talk to
no
me like I'm a
trouble.
fucking lick.
I know the La Sombra are new, but we have our ways in the Camarilla.
Are you gonna stop us or no? Come on, let us go up.
Oh, we have no intention of stopping you. Let's walk. And they lead the way to the bank of elevators.
I'll follow behind them. Franklin.
So how do you know Franklin?
We actually go way back. We were childhood friends before things changed for either of us.
Oh, you mean like you picked up smoking? What are you smoking exactly?
Oh, it's a special blend. You want some?
No,
And he
thank
blows
you.
smoke in your face, and it is again entirely odorless. And the fire of the smoke causes no fear in you. You feel entirely calm.
Fascinating.
No, thank you. That stuff will kill you.
Is this about the boat?
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 Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
What the fuck?
Mad Dog. You know that
Yeah.
thing you said earlier about your
Yeah.
how you come off to other people?
Yes.
You're correct.
Got it.
The friend who introduced himself as William is kind of looking at Kestrel intently.
Can I help you?
Maybe. After you finish your business, before you leave the building, I'll find you. We should talk.
I don't know if he's your type.
Honey, I kind of give the friend a look. Everyone's my type.
And Kestrel's everyone's type.
You may have misunderstood me.
I think I understood you perfectly well, but Owen doesn't need to understand certain things. The enlightened ones can have a chat.
How long have y'all known each other? But at this point, the elevator is here. The door is open. They wait for you to walk in. Assuming
Okay.
you do, they then follow. They don't press
Okay.
any buttons. They let you take the lead.
Oh, you're coming. How ecstatic.
I'm coming, says Franklin. I've got other business to attend.
Oh, we're less ecstatic.
I press the button.
22?
Mm-hmm.
What floor are you going to, Franklin?
Oh, I'm joining you. Will has some business over on and Franklin's voice comes out, but William takes a puff and the smoke makes a white noise over the floor. And William goes, "Don't tell him, Franklin. I don't know about this group. Maybe I'll know more later."
Goddamn time mages.
The thing that they're smoking was at their fingers, and before you get to 22, it just regrows to the full length of a spliff. And he continues to puff away on it.
Can you change the smell of that at will?
This was something I did for Franklin here. Didn't want to have any problems with fire and smoking things around him, so got a specialty made cursed / blessing. I like the smell of it. But eliminate the smell, eliminate the fire, now there's no fear.
Interesting.
Isn't smoking bad for humans? When I
We
was
all
born,
We all die someday, right?
well, when I was born, every doctor smoked religiously. So the
We
whole
all-
idea, yeah, the whole idea that they're bad is kind of weird to me because it wasn't when I was born.
You know, society started going downhill when they stopped letting us smoke on airplanes.
Leaded gasoline used to be real popular too, you know. But I think this is your floor.
Real
Doors
popular with people like Bundy.
You see William hit 3 different floor buttons: 33, 44, and 55. So now you don't know where he's going.
Somebody's
Also,
playing
it's in
the
a
elevator
pattern
game.
with 22. Don't talk to the lady.
Franklin steps out of the elevator and joins you. So, you know where you're going?
Kind of look around, try to get a sense of if anything like makes me feel like the premonition did in terms of the doors or the layout.
You immediately know to turn left from the elevator bank. Instinctively, you turn left, and one of you looks up, and there's the plaque on the wall, 2201 to 2220, that direction. And then you split off again, and it's actually, it's the odds and evens. So under 10 is to the left of the T, and above 10 is to the right. So you go make that next left. You're looking down the hallway. It's one of these doors. There are 9 doors and a staircase door at the end.
We could just knock on doors, but that doesn't seem the most stealthy way to go about this.
Can you hack these doors, Owen? Are doors hackable? The
That
computers
is
on the
how
doors?
hacking works. I mean,
I think that would be larceny and intelligence, and I don't have any dots in larceny.
If you just type hard enough, it'll happen, right?
it would be hacking if like you had a card that you were putting the imprint onto.
Oh,
so the
like
card
I'm the kid from Terminator 2.
Mm.
Aren't these locks
Yeah.
with aren't these like frequency locks though? Couldn't you do something with like your cell phone to mimic the frequency of the lock and change it?
Does Franklin have
Did
a
you just
have a
ask me to do
skeleton
something
key?
with his cell phone?
You're a hacker.
So Franklin is a little disappointed. I thought you knew where you were going. I can't have you barging on random doors. I said I got to keep this place quiet.
We-
Things quiet if you just go bothering everybody.
If you need to keep it quiet, like why'd you let the Banu Hakim leave?
Well, that's because of Jacob. He fucking hates them for God knows what reason. He's made it one of his personal missions in life to fuck him over wherever he is.
Could I use
I hope that you don't
premonition?
want more Banu Hakim in the future, because if he's Prince, that ain't happening.
Could I use premonition to like see who came in this hallway or who may be like leaving rooms?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Give me a wits or hunger first, see if it goes up,
Mhm.
and then wits plus auspex, still at 6. This is going to last until tomorrow evening, or until you go to sleep for the day. And then +1 for blood potency bonus too.
That's failure. I get one hunger. I'm up to one hunger now.
Okay.
I'm assuming my my automatic blush of life is gone at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
But humanity 8, you get to roll twice if you want to turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right. Let me.
At 9, you don't even need to turn it on.
You're just always turned on?
Yeah, you look ill. Not dead.
Sick or 90s ill?
That is
Or the-
5.
Or the after 4 hours call a doctor ill.
Heroin chic ill.
Nice.
How many success on premonition?
5.
Okay. That is plenty for this. You see, over the last sort of, you're not sure exactly how long it is, because it's mostly an empty hallway, so time passes different. But actually, you see all the way back to sunup, and you see the rays of sunlight at the end of the corridor, and you feel a longing for them. You feel like you could go walk in them. And then the time starts going forward. A couple people take the stairs. 2 people are in 2209, 2204, and 2205. You see Carmine and unknown named woman walking into the room, and one of them is holding a pizza box, and one of them is holding like 2 bags of luggage.
Kestrel kind of gets that like far away look and like slowly like paces down the hallway, and then suddenly, upon seeing Carmine, spins like really fast in that direction and stares at the door, and then raises his hand and points at it. There, pizza box, luggage.
Is it famous original Rays?
Ray's famous originals, please. Those splitters are not welcome. You've identified the door. Franklin sort of like, good.
How do we want to do this?
Do you have a skeleton key card to all these doors to help protect it?
No, I
We
have
could
better
knock.
method. Skeleton key card. Exactly.
Then do it.
Why are you asking him to knock? Why don't you knock?
Oh, I want him to open it. He wants to keep it quiet. He can open it.
Hey, I'm not doing business here. I'm observing business being done and keeping it quiet. You do you. I'm not judging.
What are there cameras in the hallway or people or anything?
No.
I'm gonna make 2 rouse checks and activate Tenebrous Avatar.
Okay, give
This
me
is
your route checks.
this is the world of darkness. There's only cameras when it's inconvenient for you.
I think I also
Oh.
want to rouse my toughness just in case. I prefer not to get hit with nasty things right now.
You'll be fine.
I roused successfully.
Hunger goes up by 1.
Okay. And so Tenebrous Avatar, if I recall, you turn into Shadow?
Yes, and I can basically walk through cracks, stopped only by hermetically sealed barriers.
There is not a hermetically sealed barrier on this random hotel room. So you, and that's from both rouse checks, you went up 1 hunger?
Yes.
Is there now a roll to see, or is it just an automatic on from that?
It is on for the rest of the scene or until ended.
Okay. But yeah, because you turn into this puff of smoke, cloud of shadow, and you can easily slip through the doorway into the other room. There are lots of shadows in this room. As you go through the door, you see Carmine and this woman laying on a bed, pizza box open. They're watching The Godfather.
God, really?
Do you want me to make an awareness check to see if he has a gun out or anything?
No. You can easily move around. He has no knowledge that you're there, unless you decide to really mess with the shadows while you're in there. No, you see a handgun rested on the bag of clothes that's around the corner. So like 2 beds, they're like laying on the bed by the wall, and on the by the window, there's a clothing bag and a gun on it.
Cool.
So I'm saying this as the out of character human being. Could you technically just like strangle them with arms of
Yes.
Aramon in this
No,
room
I
without
don't
any of
need
us
to
ever
use
having to?
I don't need to use Arms of Ironman to do that.
Yeah, I'm just like without any of us ever having like been in the room, we could just kind of quietly walk away without knowing what happened. You say it's taken care of.
Yeah, it says you can suffocate mortals.
Just to be clear, your goal wasn't, you weren't asked to kill this guy.
I know. I'm
yeah,
just
I don't
saying.
know why. I don't know why Kestrel jumped to that.
I'm just saying. If
I
you wanted to,
hate humanity. Hey, what if we just murdered them in cold blood? Hey, New York.
Kestrel has ate humanity. Tyler's humanity is
Why don't we just murder them and make it look like carbon monoxide poisoning, so their parents and their family never get any resolution from
An
this for the rest of their
orphanage,
lives,
more
you know?
like firewood. Am I
yes.
right? It's me, Tyler.
This is the best. Could be the best possible solution we get.
This is a ghoul and a mortal. I'm not sure that it is as intense as you're worried about.
Yeah, just let us in. You can open the door, right, with your shadows.
So you can move around. Can you manipulate objects as shadows, or do you have to end it and then take on corporeal form? And then he's inside the room and he can open the door with his hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't say.
Because it probably assumes that you have arms of what have you already activated, or you use that.
Because who just jumps right to that? Who just
Right?
jumps
Yeah.
all the way?
It doesn't say, so I will say GM's.
So I'm going to say, yeah, you have to turn back into human form, or turn on the other power.
I'll turn back to human form.
Pop that door open
Okay.
for us.
Get paradox. Wait, you break the masquerade. But
Wait,
The,
there's a bathroom in here, like right next to the door, right?
there is.
I'll go in there and then do it.
And reach out
Okay.
from the
So
bathroom.
no, it's how
Okay,
did
yeah,
he
no.
get in and not we saw a shadow turn into a person?
So you reappear in the bathroom. You like resolve into material self again, and then you just walk over and like click open the door, which they hear, but it's too late. The door has been clicked open. Mad Dog was waiting, charged in, and they're both just like, ah! Holy
Throw,
shit, what the fuck?
throw them both handcuffs. Put those on.
What? Carmine, you said it was going to be okay. What the fuck?
Shush. Please. There's no reason to disturb the guests in other rooms.
I just got told to put handcuffs on by strangers and barged into my hotel room.
We'll let you go. We're only here for him.
Carmine? Carmine? He is silently looking at the handcuffs and looking up.
I'm gonna
You
walk
don't
over to
need
the gun.
You don't need these to stop me, but I'll play nice. And he puts them on.
Okay. Now,
Look, let her go.
Listen,
Let her go and forget you ever saw her.
I'm
listen.
gonna.
We'll let her go as long as she
forget
promises
you ever saw her.
not to be a loose end.
I won't say nothing to nobody about nothing I ever saw, so long as I see Carmine again. He can have bruises, but I gotta see him again, alive. Okay?
Listen,
as
I'm an accredited bounty hunter in New York City.
Like dog?
They call me Mad Dog. I'm
Oh, but
glad
like
you've
the-
heard of me.
like Bear
that-
the dog?
That dog, the bounty hunter, I have been shown this television show before, is a fucking hack who uses TV to be able to hire his family members to be terrible bounty hunters. The ethics on that show are terrible. They get way too involved in people's. But listen, I'm sorry. I could go on about dogs.
We've all
but
heard this rant before, and we're all just like, "Oh my god, why did you
All right.
get him started on this?"
listen, come,
She does.
you can leave. You can leave.
And I'll
We're
see
not-
Carmine again, right?
Well, you'll see him at his arraignment because he's gonna be. We're bringing him in for a warrant.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Carmine, what'd you do this time? And she like
Carmine,
picks
don't
up
tell her.
bag.
Don't tell her. You'll implicate her.
She picks up her bag of shit and, very afraid of everyone, walks to the door. And as Franklin shuts the door behind her, you hear him say, "Turn around and look at me. Forget." And he shuts the door.
Lock that for us, will you?
Put the little
He
chain.
just leans against it.
Okay. Why is it exactly that someone named Bear the dog would really want us to find you? And also, Bear the dog? Bear the dog? That's not even a thing.
I don't know any Bear the dog.
Well,
Who is
you're
that?
interviewing him. I want to like go through his luggage and like go through his shit and see if there's anything interesting in there. Get his like a picture of his ID and any like
So his
whatever he's
ID
got.
is in his wallet. So you don't find any ID. But you go through his bag and you find nothing but clothing, a couple of ammo clips. One of them has tape on it. It says blanks. In case you need to hand someone a gun with blanks in it. And you find 2 vials of blood that look like the blood fetters you saw Jacob wearing. They're in the same style.
I'm gonna pick all these things up and kind of put the ammo clips in like my pockets.
Mad
and
Dog,
then-
did you pat him down yet?
I did an ocular pat down first, but we need to do a physical pat down. Let's get a physical pat down going down on him.
Ocular pat down initiated.
Mhm.
You do a pat down, wallet, cell phone, switchblade.
Take his hand and open his phone with his finger. Throw it to.
Automatically, there's no lock screen. He also has a couple of nice rings on his hands, but I don't know if you're like taking stuff off of him or just examining.
Just examining for me.
I kind of
assessment.
quietly to the two of you show you the blood fetters I found, like tilted away from him. In his, yeah.
Give me
Okay.
a stealth plus composure roll, because he
Okay.
might notice that you're trying to get their attention.
Yeah.
He also looks over. He might be able to see what's happening. He's not in the best shape too, but he got 2 successes on his check, so 2 or more successes, and you'll be stealthy enough to.
Could I possibly use subterfuge?
If you're showing the no, because then they'd have to make an insight check to know what you were getting to them,
Okay.
right? Because you want them to have it be obvious,
Yeah,
but
I want them to know.
stealth, not a hiding of the information itself, just the hiding of the sharing of it.
One
Yes.
success.
He also looks over, but whatever. He's handcuffed. What's he gonna do? He's like, okay. So I do have those. That's part of how I got away from you. But it's why I can't go back. If you give me to Tony, I'm never gonna be seen again.
What do these do?
Well, they're portable blood packs, but they're vitae.
They're not controlling anything?
I mean, if I drink one of them, it'll give me some powers and it controls me in that way. But
What happened to you on the boat? We can't protect
I don't,
you.
I don't,
We can't protect you if we
What
don't know
boat?
what
What
everyone's
boat?
trying to kill you about.
what boat? All right, I know about
Tony,
the boat. Yeah,
Tony
okay.
called me and is paying me personally to bring you directly to him. And that's the second guy who paid me to do this.
No. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Okay. I will tell you everything I know, and you'll let me go.
I think we'll make a judgment about how important the information is that you're giving us and what we need to do after we hear it.
I got nothing to do with any of that. Okay, I was just there. I was just helping out. Okay, I'll tell you, but you gotta let me go. Okay, just please let me go. So I didn't even want to be there. Okay, but I had to because of course my guy was there, and I follow my guy. Okay, he tells me what to do. I follow him.
Tony.
No, like my personal guy. I know my place. I'm not one to use. I'm one of them,
Who's
and
your
I follow
guy?
him. Okay, his name. That was Carrie. Carrie was my guy, but Carrie ain't around no more. If you understand my thing. So we were on this boat. Okay, we were on this boat. We were doing this ritual. So we heard. Okay, top levels. Tony Giovanni heard from Jacob. You can't embrace a werewolf. It doesn't work. Something about their spirit goes wrong, and it doesn't work. But hey, the Giovanni, they're pretty good at controlling spirits. So they decided to try and jigger up a way that, well, they got what they wanted, but that fucker killed everything, and I just swam the fuck away. All right, I saw Carrie's head just pop off. He just clawed right through his whole neck. And I just said nope, I'm out of here. And there was so much carnage on the boat, I didn't know what to. So I ran. All right, I just ran.
You ran off a boat?
No, I swam. I actually am a pretty good swimmer. I did it in high school, like competitively. But yeah, I like the beach. The Giovanni, we got those spots down there. I like to go swimming. And okay, I drank a little bit of Vitae that gave me a little bit of speed boost.
And doing this ritual was all the idea of the Giovanni, or did anybody else help?
I mean, look, I'm just a low level guy here. I'm not a made man. I don't know everything. So I can only tell you that on the boat there was nothing but Giovanni and someone I didn't recognize. I couldn't tell you who, what, where.
What do they
Did
look
you
like?
One to use. They were dressed in pretty nondescript clothing. No markers, no color, just solid black, head to toe.
What was their face like? What was their hair like?
They have a name. Nobody called them by a name.
So I didn't hear a name. I heard uh, Rebel, but I don't think their name was Rebel.
And we need a list of the names of all the Giovanni,
Well,
who are on the boat.
what? They're all dead. What do you need to know their dead names for?
So
We're always dead. Doesn't make it any less important.
They got destroyed. They
How-
met the final end.
did this other person meet the final end?
Who's the other person?
Rebel.
This one you didn't know. Rebel?
Ah, I assume so. I mean, I got the hell out of there. I wasn't exactly waiting to see if I was the last person standing to die as well. But I can't imagine anyone got out. Certainly none of the Giovanni did. Because they were who I tried to go to first. And then I realized they're going to pin it on me.
How many Giovanni would be left that you know that weren't on the boat?
I mean, that I know? 5, 6.
And Tony wasn't on the boat that night?
No, Tony doesn't touch this stuff himself. He's got
Got it.
people.
How far off the coast were you in this boat?
A mile? Not that far. Just far enough. No one's going to bother us.
Okay. And it was off
I was
where?
tired when I got back.
It was off the south
off
coast?
Coney.
Off Coney.
Yeah, of Coney Island. You know, we used our peers, our people. Transporting one of those things was not easy.
Yeah, how did you capture...
You're asking the wrong guy. I'm telling you, I just got brought in to like be there and help and like move stuff around. I handed some pieces of paper to my guy. I like fed him some blood so he could keep doing his thing. I'm not bad at it.
I'll write in my flip phone in a text message, not say it out loud. Bear the dog is a werewolf. Show it to you too.
Yeah.
Kestrel taps his nose like, yeah.
Erase. Fuck 5 exclamation points. Yeah? Yeah.
Also, remember that thing you told us in the car earlier?
Yes, it's jumped to the front of my mind. Yes.
Yes. This is quite concerning.
Just to note, one of the things that was offered from Tony Giovanni for the return of Carmine was a silver sword because, you know, there are werewolves in town, so maybe you want that.
I say, we let him fend for himself.
Wow, Humanity 8.
It's better than dumping on either of them.
So you think if we give you back, he'll dump the whole thing on you? And by dump the whole thing on you, you mean why it is that a bunch of Giovanni that were in the city just disappear all of a sudden? Most importantly, the one that made you who you were.
Tony doesn't believe that mistakes happen. Someone is to blame. And it's never him. Not once. Not once.
We had a second lieutenant like this in WW2. He didn't come back home.
Okay, well, if you want to go toe-to-toe with Tony, you have fun with that. I know my place.
Okay.
And
Alright.
it is in handcuffs, begging for my life.
What if we stick the werewolves on him?
That's pretty bad too.
Is it?
I feel
Fuck
like
the
you do what
Giovanni.
I said. What I said before. Get the fuck out of town. I never want to see your face again.
Done.
What?
I'm gone.
Listen. Like, someone said before, Wasamba, right? Yeah, we're new to the rules here. Giovanni don't have to play by the rules, right? We'd be doing a good thing for the Masquerade if we let the werewolves kill all 5 of them.
So we use to
Did we get an exact address for Bear the dog?
Yes,
I mean,
house in Manhattan Beach.
And if he's
wait. I'll look at Franklin.
Franklin's outside.
Nope, he's in the
Yeah.
room.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
he's
thought
in
he
the
was.
Outside of the door.
Carmine,
He's
get
not
up.
asking me a chance to learn all this information.
Yeah, Carmine, get up. We're leaving. Thank you, Franklin, for hosting us.
Oh, well, I guess you're done with business. And he is just like, he's trying to go slowly. He's like a dog with like their neck just like holding back, being like, no, come on, I gave you everything. Come on, I'll tell you how those got made. Those things. I'll tell you who made them. Come on, just
Who
don't.
made him?
Just,
Who made him? Who made him?
Yeah, who made him?
you got to tell me. You got to promise you're not going to take me to Tony.
Sure. Who made him?
He looks around and his eyes linger on Franklin, who's just like,
Don't look at them. Look at me.
shrugging at him. Give me, are you lying? Because he's going to make an insight check if you are.
I'm absolutely lying.
Great. Give me a subterfuge plus manipulation roll, and he's
Sure.
going to make an insight roll to see if he believes you.
4 successes.
He believes you.
Yes.
He really wants to believe you, and so he
Yeah.
does. Okay. So those things, they were made by the Tremere. They make those things as part of the deal, and they stopped. Apparently, there was some issue with the Ventru and the Tremere, and the Tremere said, "I'm not making any more of these for you." So these are really valuable, and they were kind of my ace in the hole, and now you got them.
The
So
deal?
now you're gonna let me go, right?
The deal?
Huh?
What deal?
Well, so the Tremere made these, and they were part of our circulatory system. They were really valuable. People would pay like $100,000 for one of these.
That tracks.
Forget.
I need a roll for that.
Absolutely.
Unaware that you can do that.
Oh my gosh.
That's a tremendous usage of forget.
Wits and resolve to resist.
Intelligence resolve.
This says wits.
Okay, well, give me your roll. We'll see how
Okay.
much that.
Compel is intelligence plus resolve.
Oh, that might be it.
All right, 8 dice.
A kitty.
5 successes.
He does not defeat that. Hazy eyes, and he's just like, "No, please, don't take me in. I'll tell you where those blood fetters came from." He forgot. He's trying the exact same thing he just did.
Shush. The less you say right now, the better off you'll be.
No,
So just
no,
shush.
no, you're taking me to people who are going to kill me. How much worse off can I get?
Whoa. Who said anything about taking you to people who are going to kill you? Right
Who-
now, you're worth a lot more to us alive and in our hands than to anyone else in the city. So we are actually your best option right now, if you think about it. Everybody you know and relied on until a couple of days ago wants you dead. We met you a couple of days ago. You misconstrued that we were trying to kill you. We were just trying to capture you because other people value killing you. So we're here to
You're getting, yeah. So again, you're saying I'm going to die. I have no better options than to try everything I could possibly try not to die.
Castro, can you do something about his mood?
No.
What kind of rose are you?
I'm gonna turn on Daunt.
He is not about to attack you. He is already.
No. I'm just gonna try to intimidate him into doing what we want him to do, and I'm going to also
Oh,
bring my shadows up behind me.
let's see. Wait a second. Let me double check something. I might actually have something to work with here. Let me
Is
recheck what
is
this
it
thing does.
entrancement?
Is it
Mm,
Auspex 2?
It is. It is Auspex too. Yes.
I'm going to say that yes, if you want to try that.
We can do a good cop, bad cop. I'll be bad cop.
Base difficulty is 2. Um, and it is, I believe, Resolve plus Auspex.
Composure plus Auspex.
Oh, Composure. Composure plus Auspex. You have Auspex 6.
Yes.
Does need a Rouse check. You get
Yes.
to re-roll that as rank 2, so take the better.
Excuse me, cat.
And then let's get that roll. There's one other thing that will happen if you do this.
Okay. Success on the rouse check. And the composure is 3 plus 6 and 9 dice.
Whoa.
+1 for
I'm going to add a willpower to that.
okay.
It's a little better. It's 5 successes, but is that a messy?
No, just one.
Okay.
It's not a crit. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Kestrel, you decide to quell the psychological trauma that Carmine is currently feeling. Is
I can just feel that
dragged
he's
away to death.
he's a little bit he's a little overstimulated, a little bit too much. We can't really think properly, or I can't convince them to do the best possible thing when he's freaking out like this. I need him to chill out so that we can figure out what to do, and I can try to convince them to not do the worst thing.
You lock eyes with Carmine, and any resistance, any worry he had fades away as he breaks eye contact, locking, and looks at your forehead, which now has a bleeding third eye appear.
Has my clan changed?
The only way that one accesses Obeya is with a third eye.
Okay, so I'm still a Toreador. I'm not a Salubri suddenly.
This also applies to any other Salubri disciplines that characters may have. And so, foreshadowing for next time.
I hope circlets are in, Kestrel.
Now, the smell of blood is in the air. No one's at Hunger 4, so you don't have to make a frenzy check. But Franklin
Wait, the vein applies to me too?
Franklin was leaning back on the door, sort of arms crossed, and then moving so you could walk to the door. And he turns his head, and it looks like he's doing like a full 360 with it. He's obviously not, but it looks like
an
his whole head
owl.
is just like, aww. And then he looks at Mad Dog and Owen to be like, did you guys know? And I assume your faces are also somewhat surprised. You've never seen that happen before. But Carmine is so chill. He's just like, I guess I did say we all die someday. Okay. Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I don't know any more than that. I'm a bad Catholic. It's okay, though.
I poked
Jesus.
the third eye.
Huh?
I poked the third eye to see if it's real.
Wait. Give me 1 second. Kestrel, does this feel weird? Do I feel the eye opening, or can I see through it?
Your vision becomes a little hazy and red, but it still seems like the locus of vision is coming from your normal eyes.
Does the third eye have eyelashes?
Yes.
Does
How
it
long
have
does
an
this thing last?
eyebrow?
Why do you have a Why do you have a third eye
It's good,
now?
like I feel like blood dripping down. He feels like blood dripping down his face and goes to, like,
Poke.
wipe it, and is like, "What? Did I hit my head?"
No, your head opened up and an eye popped out.
Is there a mirror like nearby?
In the bathroom. Yeah.
Kind of go over and. Oh my god! What did they do to me?
It's like it's prom night and you've got a zit
This is what you get.
forever.
This is what you get for messing around with goalie post or whatever his name is.
It fades
Trusting God doesn't help anyone.
Mm-hmm.
after the usage of your power. But you get the sense that anytime you use this power, it will appear and then disappear. It's not a permanent thing, but it comes with the territory.
This is.
I'll put myself between Owen and Franklin, and then point through my body at Franklin, and to Owen mouth.
What?
Forget. He's pointing and mouthing forget. I didn't say that out
He
loud.
knows
in
it's
character.
coming. No.
Franklin, we'd like to leave now.
Wait, real fast. I want to get a bite off of Carmine.
You can easily go and bite some of Carmine's blood.
Just to take the 2, so it's just 1.
Jeez.
What?
He's
He
only
doubling
got so
off.
much, and he's gonna move a lot slower now.
I go.
That's what
I go
we want.
Wait. I go scrounge around the. Is there like a mini fridge in the room?
No.
Oh no, they don't have like one of the. It's a fancy hotel. They should have that mini bar
They
that's
got
like,
the
super expensive.
room in the fancy
Oh,
hotel.
god damn it! Could like give an orange juice out of the mini bar.
I mean, there's a slice of
Let's
pizza.
stop at a bodega.
I stick the slice of pizza in Carmine's hands.
Also, whose fucking
Carmine's
Jeep was
hands.
that?
He takes it up. Well, he's handcuffed, but he brings it up to his mouth, and Owen and Mad Dog recoil. There is a lot of garlic powder on this.
Does it
And he
smell
looks
good
he's
to
like,
me?
"Wait, you guys hate pizza or something?" And he takes a bite.
Yeah, never
I'm
liked it.
lactose intolerant.
Yeah. I had it in Italy during World War II. Hated it ever since. I'm gonna wait outside.
Does it smell good to me? Do I like the smell?
It smells like you could eat it. It's not very fresh pizza though. Like it's a little cold.
They got it. They got it like this afternoon, and
or into the evening, right? Shortly after sundown, and now it's been a few hours, so it's cold, but it's food. And he is now calm and pliant. And Franklin's like, "All right, we're done in here. Great." And he opens the door and says, "After you."
All right, call your man. We need a ride.
I'm gonna need a roll for that.
Now I just hand the phone off to somebody.
Okay. You hand the phone
Hello.
off to someone, and
All right, he's probably dead.
he definitely does not answer the phone.
Yeah, he's dead.
You get to the elevator. You press the elevator button. Doors open, and standing in the elevator
Hey,
is
William.
William. Now, you didn't notice this before because of how everyone was standing, but now that you're entering, the elevators also have mirrors. Owen, you look a little weird.
Only a little?
William has no reflection.
huh?
There's none whatsoever.
I'm familiar with that supernatural merit.
Huh?
I made a mage
But-
character last night.
It's a good one.
It's fun.
And he's like, "Hey, come on in. I assume you're all on your way out."
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Were you able to do what you were doing?
It wasn't the best night I've ever had, but it wasn't bad.
Don't worry, you'll keep swiping right, and someday you'll find. I don't want to say right again. You get the joke.
Honey, just bet it all on red.
Are you sure that anyone else should know what he knows? And he points to your kidnapped victim.
He
I'm not sure. Hey, I don't even know what he knows. I'm just not sure anyone else should.
I mean, I think they should know that's a bad idea.
It would be better if we didn't have any more incidents of that type, considering the gathering that has been occurring.
Scientists are known to just give up, right? Don't give them more info.
Well, when
But I-
scientists can have the possibility of living forever, they might.
I think immortality is so tempting that some scientists pursued that to horrible ends, kind of like touching forehead. Vaguely aware of rumors.
We're going to talk about that later.
Actually, so the elevator is going down from 22. William at this point hits 9 as the elevator is at 12. The elevator goes down. He's like, Kestrel, take the stairs with me. Last few flights.
All right. All right.
meet us back down the lobby.
Sounds good. I will see you there. Step out.
9 doors open. William steps out. Kestrel joins. Doors close. Franklin in the elevator, once the doors close, are like, okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You guys, never mind.
Can
And
can I get your phone, Owen?
Okay.
Google. How do I do Google on this? Oh, it says Google right there. Okay, hit the Google. Coney Island news. Nothing.
I mean, there's a lot. There's an opening restaurant. If you're looking for an incident with a boat and dead people, no, nothing.
And nothing tonight or the last couple of days where odd occurrences. Let me put weird shit. Coney Island.
I mean,
Now you get like UFO sightings and crazy
Bigfoot.
conspiracy theorist stuff, not like CNN.
Bigfoot in Coney Island.
Bigfoot loves conies. He
Bigfoot going for the foot long.
It's actually a Loch Ness monster at Coney Island they're talking about right now.
Bigfoot loves Nathans. He's got to come down from the hinterlands to
The
go eat some
mustard
Nathans.
yellow belt. Oh my god, he just shaves himself. He's really Joey Chestnut.
There's definitely no immediately connected dots. Nothing that looks like what you've heard about from Carbine. Now, William says, thanks for talking with me, Kestrel. I was serious. Let's take the stairs. I don't think anyone will be there to stop us, and we can talk. I wanted to ask you, have you met some weirdo religious types lately?
There's all sorts of interesting, weird religious types in New York City. Could you be more specific?
I was hanging out with Franklin. We were doing our thing, and this old guy came up and asked him to repent. And I keep having these flashes where it looks like we're gonna bump into him again, and I gotta redirect us away.
Why?
I don't know. What I'm trying to figure out. Have you heard about anything like that?
I've encountered these individuals, yes.
Wait, individuals, plural? We just met the one, father or something.
Father, yes. Kestrel's kind of like doing mental calculus right now, trying to figure out how much to say. It just is a little bit like, not sure. Trying to get a read on like why this guy wants to know.
You get a premonition. You don't need a roll. And it is a younger version of William and Franklin playing stickball in the street as two 11-year-old kids. and then teenagers, and then college-age kids saying farewells as they each went different ways. And then you see them sort of reunited in a hug. But you clearly see the vampire-ness of Franklin, and there's a sparkle to William in the vision.
Two
So
vampires.
the overall, you feel like they generally do have, as healthy as you can with a vampire and a mage, a good relationship.
I don't mean to pry, but I can't help but notice that your unseen parts have a certain je ne sais quoi about them. You sparkle like Edward Cullen.
Franklin told me that some of you can see auras. It's not a universal trait among your kind, from my understanding. I didn't
No.
think I had to hide it here. I could if I had to.
I saw that same storyteller. I saw the same kind of sparkle on the two others, right?
No, they had different sparkles. Those were more like circular halo shapes floating around them. This is more star shaped.
Okay.
You know, they're both magic signs of magic use, but they were not the same flavor of magic use.
Mm-hmm. Yours is different than some of the other ones I've seen. Is there different types of magic users?
Sure. Different kinds of undead.
True, yes. I would say I don't think you necessarily need to redirect Franklin away from the pair of them. They're mostly harmless.
Douglas Adams fan? Mostly harmless. Never mind.
Oh, no.
So they're harmless. What do they want?
For him to repent. What is your understanding of the word repent?
I went to Jesuit school. I got an upbringing. But Franklin never been the religious type.
Neither have I, frankly. I've always considered myself a bit of an atheist, but there's
too.
it's not repentance isn't necessarily, I think, a religious concept, though. We can all feel bad for things we've done. I mean, our kind tend to not feel bad for many of the things we've done, but we all have things that we've thought about and we've realized that perhaps in retrospect we could have done it better. We could have done it differently. That's, I believe, what they were aiming for, to have that moment of reconciliation and considering what you could have done differently and better in your life.
He's wearing a hoodie that's got some sort of a sigil that you don't recognize. But at this point, he actually takes the hoodie off, and underneath you see a T-shirt with a mouse trap and a mouse dead with the mouse trap snapped, and a speech bubble that says, "I regret nothing." He's like, I guess Frank could repent. I don't know. I get this vibe that I want to keep him away from them. If you're
You've known
saying that,
him for a long time, yes?
yeah, since childhood.
Yeah. And well, when you used to play together, were you always looking out for him, or did you let him make his own mistakes?
I mean, who doesn't want to look out for their friends? Did you repent?
I made my own decision, and my coterie mates made their own decisions.
That's a non-answer. But we're on the second floor, so I guess you got a little bit more stalling if you don't want to tell me. But I
believe
clearly...
that each person should go into the experience with the knowledge that they naturally would have. They can't cheat at the test.
Well, still a non-answer. He hits the door to the first floor. I guess you didn't want to tell me. That's your choice. And you see the party standing on the first floor, crowded around one of the sitting areas. There would have been a phone booth there in olden days.
How are we gonna get? Where are we gonna go? We should get away from Franklin's prying ears. So, no offense, Franklin. You're doing
It's
what you should be
okay.
doing.
Ta-da! And sparkles, and him and Will turn and walk away. Will takes out another smokable and lights it.
Jeez, that guy goes too hard with those. All right, I think I have an idea.
Yes.
Okay.
We get in contact with Tony, and we tell him we're gonna bring him Carmine, but we're gonna go to a safe house that I know of. That safe house is where Bear the dog lives, and we send Tony Giovanni to whoever Bear the dog is and have them fight it out while we sit on the sidelines, see who wins, and then see what we want to do with Carmine.
What if he doesn't go himself? And then he knows we sent him to a trap and he sends ghosts after us.
Yeah,
Well, then-
Carmine can hear this, and he's like, Tony isn't going to go someplace himself. He's got people.
I mean, he had
He already
people.
told that.
He had people.
No, he's got people like me. You know how many people are on that payroll?
How many?
Makes sense.
Plenty of warm
Like 5.
bodies. I don't know, dozens and dozens. There are dozens of us, Michael.
Did somebody say one day?
But it's not hard for the Giovanni to call up some eye ties and bring them in, give them baseball bats and handguns. Carmine's saying it. It's okay.
Well, let's just watch out for the Twitch TOS here.
I didn't even think of that. My bad. By the way, warning: this is an adult game. Your discretion is advised. Please don't hate me if you're Italian. They're great people.
I guess, but I don't want to just hand him over to these idiots. He does know something that's too bad. Do you know how they did the ritual?
They took a lot of blood from people and were talking in, I think it was Latin, but I don't know. Some language I don't know. Not Italian, not English.
This may be an idiotic idea, and please do tell me if it is, but what if we give him to the Tremere?
Yeah. I mean, we could do that. We could tell
Just
them
have
what they
him-
did and see what they want to do with that information. I feel like
Let them deal with it.
we should just give it to them for free, though.
I feel like the Tremeric's going to give him over to the Giovanni, though.
They're on the outs.
The Giovanni have never
have-
been on the ins. That's how the whole relationship works, Mad Dog.
They're on the ends with Archibald. They're supplying him with his arms. So they've at least chosen the side in our. I'll look around in the dispute that we are not taking a side in. They seem to have taken a side.
I'm just
True.
saying, if we give him to Bear the dog, they might just take care of the Giovanni problem on their own.
If we show up to bear the dog, he may also rip us to pieces.
Hmm.
And I don't think we have much protection against that. We could set our friend here loose, tell him to get the fuck out of town, and let him deal with it himself. Say we don't know where he is. He left. He got away from us.
Okay. Mad Dog, how good of a liar are you over these years that we've known you?
Good question. Okay. I've gotten
Is
better.
Is that a 1.OK or 2.OK?
A 2
On a scale of
Okay.
1 to 10.
10 being good, 1 being bad. It'd be around a 4 then, I think.
Okay, so no. They can
Is it
smell
higher
lies.
than you think their insight roll is going to be?
Yeah.
That's the critical question.
There is only one adage of gangrel wisdom that they ever tried to tell me that I believed, which was, don't fuck with werewolves. It seems like a really dumb idea to drive to them.
What about all those dumb bullshit stories the gang will tell us about going to like werewolf campfires and shit?
Oh
So-
yeah, that's all bullshit. They lie about that.
I knew it. Wait.
Every gangrel says that they've killed a werewolf, but if every gangrel's killed a werewolf, there wouldn't be any left. I mean, they are all full of shit.
You'd be doing Pentex's job for them.
If you want to get Carmine to the werewolves and not be there yourself, the bail bondsman who was given blood to track this person down could easily be the runner. But also, you had payment. This is a task. You were hired. Maybe they'll pay you. Maybe they won't. You also don't actually know that they're a werewolf. This is entirely, just to be clear, the player's idea. There has not been any concrete evidence proving this.
Bear the dog.
Which was given to us by a fan, a viewer, redeeming daddy points, which are what I call my channel points.
Unfortunate naming aside.
Okay, no, they're daddy dollars. Never mind.
Even better.
I guess if we... I mean, here's the thing. Do we want a werewolf vampire hybrid running around New York City? I'm going to guess not, because a werewolf is enough of a problem. When you smash it together with one of us, it doesn't seem like a great proposition, including it killed an entire boat full of Giovanni.
And plus,
counterpoint. There's probably already 8 of them running around New York.
What if we just like poke him towards Central Park and make him walk into Central Park? Generally, they hang around there, right?
Well, we should go to the address I have, but that's if we want to go to Bear the Dog. We want to go to Bear the Dog and let him up.
Why don't we drive past it? See what
I
it
don't
looks
want
like.
to do
Get
anything
an assessment
to
on it.
help the Giovanni.
I agree.
Okay, here we go. All right. I had no real skin in this game. They just seem like weird cousin fuckers who live down in Coney Island, and I've never dealt with them before. So
they have things to offer. If you don't like what they have to offer, you can move right along. If you look up the address for the the presumed werewolves in Manhattan Beach, it is a dead end. So if you go and drive by it, you have to do a U-turn to leave the block.
Wait. What car do we take?
Yeah, who's driving?
Well, we
I
don't
have a,
Richie's not answering the phone.
Do you take the subway?
It seems like a bad idea. I have a Sprinter van we could use, unmarked,
Where is it?
at my haven, which is fairly nearby.
Yeah, it's the other side of the park in north 80 blocks, 70
We
blocks.
could get the subway up
let's
there.
just cut.
You can hop a taxi.
Yeah.
It's easy enough for you to take a taxi across town to that place.
All right.
Although 3 separate taxis drive by you as Owen and Mad Dog just give off this vibe that people aren't thrilled to be around.
I guess I'm getting a
I'll-
taxi.
I'll elbow Carmine and say, "Come on, man! They think you're all drunk and you're gonna throw up in their car. Get
Are
your
you
head
gonna
up.
let my hands go? Because I can't
No,
really
but-
wave for one in handcuffs.
Put the jacket over it more. Put the jacket
That
over
does
it more.
not look good.
Well, it doesn't look like you have handcuffs on in the middle of the street.
The taxi driver doesn't want to pick up somebody who's crazy.
I will spill your insides onto the ground.
Kestrel stops this fight by stepping out and trying to signal a taxi.
Yep, taxi picks up Kestrel. No problem.
Kestrel holds the door and ushers the rest in. To
yeah.
driver's
Where
chagrin.
to, you get the drive over to the town, no problems, and you get to Kestrel's car.
As you guys sit in the front, I gotta talk with Carmine in the back here.
Will we
I
hear
told you
any
everything already.
screaming?
I told you everything already.
I don't think you told us everything.
What? What do you want to know?
No.
Mad
I put
Dog.
my feet up on the seats.
There's
Mad
a lot
Dog.
more we could learn about the Giovanni.
Mad
Anybody have a
Dog.
phone book?
Mad Dog.
Or a
Mad
calendar?
Dog.
It's 2020.
Mad Dog.
What year is it?
Castro, what?
If my face bled for no reason, I will make your face bleed for good reasons. You will not hurt him in my van.
Okay, I kind of want to see that though.
Okay, I'll sit across.
As a third party, I want to see that happen.
If it's a panel van, I'll just sit right across from Carmine the entire time, cock my head a little bit like this, and just not blink, and
Yeah,
kind
it's a
of
panel van.
go
no
back and
windows in the
I thought you
back.
said it was a Sprinter.
It's a Sprinter, but it's just like a panel Sprinter. They have the ones that have like only the windows in the front and like all the way in the back, but not in like the storage area.
Oh yeah.
I'll bring my shadows up around me also in a menacing and scary way for Carmine.
He is terrified and is ready to tell you what he knows. He is a low-level goon.
You know more than you think you know about the Giovanni. What's something that the Giovanni would really kill you if they told me? If you told us, that's the kind of information that'll keep you alive, man.
Hold on. You're taking me to people to kill me.
No, we're seeing who's in that house down in Brooklyn. We don't know who they are. Some guy walked into my place 4 days ago, or how many days ago?
Nobody that's
looking
going to
for you.
hire you. There's no one that's going to hire you to find me.
I'm going to start driving.
Yeah, no, you're driving. This is in the back seat. He is. He doesn't have a lot. He doesn't have private information on Tony Giovanni or the bigwigs.
Okay.
He really is a low-level goon. He's a ghoul.
Yeah, his Dominator's dead.
His Dominator is dead, and what he would have known would have been about the Dominator. That would have been the juicy info.
Why
but
don't
he
you
doesn't
give
have
him
that.
some of your blood to make him more loyal to you?
I need a new Richie. We'll talk later.
You should try calling
So
Richie again.
you get to Manhattan Beach. Do you want to drive down the dead-end one-way street that you will have to U-turn around if you want to drive by the place?
You
Why
mean
don't
the
we stop
SS
up top?
Ambush?
Yeah, why don't we stop up top and Owen, you can use your shadow powers maybe to like get a
I'm
look
gonna
down
use
there or
shadow
something.
powers all the time. Why
It's-
don't you use
it's
your
dark.
fucking balance powers?
Look, you didn't take the obfuscate, but you did take the shadow powers, and it's basically the same thing. So now you're a
You
bitch.
can't blame me for.
You did not repent. We can blame you for everything.
Yes.
Why don't you just use your?
Why are you
blink?
laughing, Mad Dog? You didn't repent either. We're blaming you too.
You're
I
leading
would never,
Franklin
but
to
it's funny.
eternal damnation. Yeah, you just go and
So-
meet him. He doesn't have to repent. If you don't repent, you're just damned.
You park at the end of the street. As soon as you turn onto the street to find parking, you will notice two things. One, it's hard to find parking. All of the houses have driveways, and most of the driveways are full of fairly nice, fairly expensive-looking cars. There are also cars parked outside the driveways, but the driveways eat up some of that potential parking. Additionally to that, you notice that most of the way down the block, there are a bunch of folks outside. There is a grill going. There is someone on a motorcycle in the driveway. This is approximately as far down the block as you'd have to go to get to their house. Yes.
What time of night is it?
Pretty late.
After midnight?
Oh, yeah. 2 a.m., 2:30.
Just all right. One of the houses with their lights off. Just park in front of the driveway. Who gives a shit?
Legit, they're not coming out.
Put the other cups around his feet and say, I'm sorry about this, but we can't have you running away.
I'm not actually. If you have leg shackles, but they are different than handcuffs, just to say.
Sure. Yeah.
The same item doesn't work, I don't think. but you got those. You're a bail bondsman.
Do you like
Just-
connect the two with like one of those cords that connects their
Yeah.
like shackles and their handcuffs?
I could do that with the other pair of handcuffs and do a little hog tie behind them and say, actually, I'll do that and go like, I'm really, really sorry about this, but you're just worth too much for me to allow you in any way, shape, or form to escape. So
We know
Tap
he's
it.
I
fast.
love being a valuable living asset.
tap him
Emphasis
twice on the
living.
head and go, stay here.
Think
Okay.
living thoughts. Think
And-
living thoughts.
And then I'll whisper in his ear, stay here or Owen will eat you.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to come with you.
I mean, Owen eating him was pleasant, so he's not necessarily opposed to the kiss of the vampire.
But I also threatened to spill his guts out on the street.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
gut.
He's afraid and he's handcuffed, and you lock the
Yes,
doors.
we're
when you
all
leave.
scared and horny. Let's just go.
Maybe I should go out there by
Kestrel,
myself because
okay.
they
I
did
should-
actually hire me, and I'll go out and I'll say,
Listen, remember what we talked about when we were in the hotel about your way of talking to people?
But he is the bounty hunter, therefore they're expecting that. They don't expect them to be good at talking.
they did hire me.
They would not expect me, pointing to self as this like frail bird of a man, to be the bounty hunter.
I'm saying we could both go.
Let's all right. Let's go. Let's go. You're right. You're right.
I'll
Time-
be
time
the
to go.
getaway driver.
Yeah, yeah, and watch over him.
Okay.
He's rascally.
If they ask, we just say, it's kind of standard procedure to use the buddy system when we're meeting with a guy that pays in blood.
I put on
Yeah.
some like calming, smooth jazz, the NPR smooth jazz station, and have like a casual chat with Carmine to keep him chill.
Carmine is going to continually move the conversation to "You should let me go." So, you didn't need to agree with this. The other guys who wanted to kill me aren't here. You should let me go. But we'll get to that in a minute. That's just how he keeps like, oh, what do you like music? Oh yeah, I love it. I love being alive to listen to it. You should let me go. But we have Owen and Mad Dog approaching this 2 a.m. barbecue. There is music playing, but it's not loud and obnoxious. It's loud enough when you get there, you can hear it, but it's not trying to wake the neighbors. It's not blasting. There are maybe 7 people.
Can I
Hang
sense the beast on the closest one to us as we're walking up?
Great. Give me a resolve plus animalism plus 2. So 6, I believe it was.
You guys are coming to a potluck. Did you bring something?
It's in the car.
2 successes.
You can tell the closest person. Yep, that's a werewolf.
I'll go ooh to Owen. They're werewolves.
I kind of guessed.
Look, you were right about that, but you had no evidence. I'm just saying.
But also, don't do that. That might be like super offensive to them.
Oh,
Right here.
okay, you're
It
right.
is
You're right.
cultural appropriation.
Like it might
Only
be
they
like
get to
making
use that
up
word.
Chinese or something.
I'll do the talking. I feel like they're gonna respect strength.
You had to get close enough that like they can see you walking down the block. No one else is walking down the block. Oh, and I'm sorry, Mad Dog, your head is covered. You're wearing a hoodie, a hat.
Take off my chapeau.
And your devil horns are out.
Fuck it. They hired me.
Okay. Okay.
Halloween in April.
The closest person to you looks up, looks at you like you made eye contact. You were kind of scanning him to sense the beast. And then you take the hat off.
Ocular pat down.
And they had like tongs and a beer in their hand, and your horns come out and they just drop both. The beer
there, like, a
bottle
record scratch?
splashes. It doesn't break, but without taking their eyes off you, family inside. and 4 of the 7 people go inside the house.
Oh, we're fucked.
The other 3 people, the other 2 come up on either side of the first one. Smells bad out here. What's doing?
I believe one of you hired me for a job.
Who are you?
I go by Mad Dog.
Oh my god.
So offensive.
Oh my god. You fucking asshole.
Okay. We hired you. I heard about this. You here to collect your payment?
Let's talk first. It's on our side, it's a little weird that one of you came to hire one of us. What's that about?
None of your fucking business.
Hello.
We pay
hello.
you, you do a job, or you don't.
Hello.
When our friend came to you, there was a down payment. If you didn't want it, you didn't take it.
Hello, associate of Mr. Collins here. It actually is his business because you hired him based on what his business is. And
Yeah, and
by
I'm paying
being
him.
good at his job, he found out the length.
You found out what?
The fucking Giovanni thing. Come on.
What are you willing to pay us if we give you what you're asking for?
We told you. We got 10 jugs of blood for you. Isn't that what you people need to live?
Ooh. Oh. Oh. Okay, when you say a jug, it's like a gas can or one of those like those
Like
like
a
cheap.
Carlo Rossi
I was
jug.
gonna say one of those Carlo Rossi like bottom shelf.
Yeah, we like to party and have a good time. And not have y'all around.
That
That's why you were
blood
supposed to.
doesn't store well like that. What if? Well, are you gonna hurt this guy?
Is that a normal bail bondsman question?
I'm not a normal bail bondsman.
Great, then let's cut the shit. I'm not telling you anything more than you need to know. We are not friends. We are not comrades. We're not compatriots. I'd really rather not see you. But I was heard. I was told we shouldn't do it our way. See if we could do it quiet. So can you do it quiet? Did you do it? Do you have what we want?
I am very good at my job. And I have a bigger concern about all of this, which is if we're really cutting the shit, one of you got turned into one of us, and it's out there killing people now.
The fuck?
Yeah, catch up. Catch up. You got some cleaning up to do.
This is a group effort at this point.
One of the 3 goes into the street and starts walking down towards the exit, towards the end of the block.
Towards our car.
Where's the van?
Those are all the same direction, yes.
Where's that one going?
We know how tricky you fuckers are.
We know how tricky
Yeah, I
you
could kill the
fuckers
2
are.
of you, but maybe there are another dozen of you up the block. So forgive us for being distrusting.
You wouldn't be able to kill us, first. And second,
Remember when I told you
Back up.
to shut the fuck up sometimes?
you won't ever be able to kill me. I'm not making any promises for him.
God.
Why? Why do you gotta do this to me?
Do you
all the
have-
time? Why do you gotta sandbag me in front of people? I expected that out of him, but not out of you.
This is what happens when you feed the beast. You start fighting with other people. You should have repented.
What's the matter with you?
Hey, real fast, you guys get asked to repent recently?
No,
Okay.
but you push another button and see what floor the elevator takes you to.
Wait. Which
That
one?
was at Mad Dog.
Okay.
Mm.
Now look, we don't need to have a dick measuring contest. We'll pay you, you give us. We're not having conversation though. You want to fuck off? Then fuck off.
Can we examine one of the things of blood first?
Fine. One of the two goes to the door and shouts, "Grab a jug." Doesn't matter which one.
Where did you get this from?
I said no conversation. Are you dumb, Gangrel?
See, I told you they're fucking obsessed
Shut the
with
fuck
the
up.
gangrel
Shut
too,
the fuck up.
and the
Just
gangrel
shut the
fucking
fuck
obsessed
up.
with them.
Shut the fuck up.
How has he lived as a bounty hunter this long?
Because he hasn't been hired by werewolves before. And he's bulletproof.
A person comes to the door and hands a jug off to the werewolf who's standing there, and they bring it down, and they're like, "Sure, take a look.
Can I get like a solo cup?
You can't drink it."
Can I smell it?
Yes.
Does
Is
Is
it
there pinky
rancid?
in
Does it smell like it's rancid?
No, it actually smells like completely drinkable blood, and there's almost a. You're at hunger 3.
Yeah,
you
but
want to drink it.
but
Your
bag.
beast is like, just drink it. What are they gonna do? Come on, Mad Dog will protect you.
Listen.
Just drink it.
Bag blood does. I'm at hunger too because I drank from Carmine in the hotel.
Okay.
But bag
Beast
blood
still
doesn't
wants
do anything for me anymore.
That's true. The beast
Yeah.
wants blood. The beast doesn't care about your hunger.
The beast doesn't want empty calories.
The beast has a limitless stomach.
Until you throw blood up everywhere.
I definitely want to turn on toughness.
Okay. Rouse check.
That's my roused. Thank you for higher blood potency. And then if I have time again, also I want to turn on prowess.
Okay. Before you do that, do you hand the blood jug back?
Yeah, give it back to him.
Yeah,
Smells
I also
fine.
want to know how they're storing 10 of these fucking jugs.
They will simply be repeating the words, "No conversation" to you.
So that's out of.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. But I'm just letting you know they are done talking to you. And the werewolf walked past the van. Kestrel saw them and is simply standing in the middle of the street at the exit of the dead end road. So if you're going to drive a car out, he's standing there. But also if you're driving a car in, he would see it.
Kestrel kind of keeps an eye on him in between talking to Carmine.
Yeah, you can see like in the rear view mirror, and it's not hard for you to spot him. They did not make specific eye contact with you as they were walking past, but they didn't not notice that there were people in the car.
Don't have a light on, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't have like a windshield that's tinted against, and wind.
No, just a
bad.
standard, transport van.
Yep. Then yeah, they'll see you in the driver's seat.
Is the car on?
Yeah, it's on. It's kind of idling.
They take notice of that, but they assumed that you got here somewhere. They didn't think that the whole point is they're worried about you having an ambush. So
They probably
maybe
think there's a
there are
bunch of like
dozen of you.
coffins.
Yeah, maybe there are a dozen of you in that van about to pop out.
All right. We'll get back to you if we're going to accept your offer or not. Walk backwards.
Wait,
Don't come to the house again.
Yeah.
Call.
are you at a phone number this whole time?
You didn't leave a number.
So great. Here's the number 555. 637-5309, whatever. It's a phone number that you
Kenny.
can call, and they say, "Don't come back to the house."
All right. I'll mutter under my breath.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. As soon as I hear any one syllable, shut the fuck up. Shut
Lead
the
it real-
fuck.
real
Shut
slowly.
the fuck up.
All right. Okay. When I open up the car door, I'll go, "What a bunch of assholes, though."
I take it didn't go well.
They close the door,
Okay.
so they can't hear or see us or anything. Their offer wasn't very compelling.
What was their offer?
A bunch of jugs of blood.
What's wrong with that?
Well, first of all, how did they get 10 jugs of blood?
You don't ask those questions.
Yes, you do.
You sound like them.
Have you ever used the circulatory system? You don't ask.
No.
They're werewolves. They can't be
You
using
don't
our
ask.
systems.
No, you just don't ask where people get blood from.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's call a Tremere and set up a meeting. We have something to give them. Fuck them.
Getting later in the evening, this will be the last thing you'll be able to do probably before sunrise.
Tell them that we need to meet him tomorrow.
Okay. What do you want to do tonight instead?
Oh, we can do it. Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah,
like,
the last
I
thing
mean-
would be talking to the Tremere.
We
Uh,
can't, like, I don't want to hold this guy, like, over day.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So
Alright.
you go to the Tremere, you call Berta. Berta responds quickly. Well, if it isn't the Triumphant Heroes.
That's
Good
not our
job. I heard you wanted some credit, so here you go.
Drag Carmine in with it and go, we got something we need to talk to the region about.
Jacob is currently occupied. I will relay any message you like.
I'll pull
Tell-
out the blood fetters. Which one of you made these?
Stay here. And did you went to the Tremere Chantry? I assume that's where Berta said to come to, and you're willing to do that. Berta comes back with a rushing Jacob, who is, this had better be good, Berta. I was very busy when.
He's very busy playing with his bionicles.
We got problems. Well,
What's up? Where you got some
You're good-
fetters?
Hold on. What's he looking at?
If the fetters are visible, them. If not, he would be looking between the three of you and who the fuck is this fourth person?
Okay.
Who's
the fetters, I
hogtied
would
on the
say,
ground in
are,
front of us.
Like,
yeah.
But if the fetters are visible, his eyes immediately go to that.
Okay. I was hired by Tony Giovanni to find this guy right here.
Who the fuck are you?
He's mostly nobody. Don't say anything. But the problem is he was witness to something pretty bad that's
Real-
going to affect your city when you become prince.
real fast, I want to look at Carmine's eyes to see if he recognizes Jacob.
He does not.
Okay.
Does Jacob recognize Carmine?
Are the fetters visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is not looking at Carmine. Even when you're like, yeah, it's this guy. He's like, huh, okay. So where'd you get those?
We got them from
Uh-huh.
him. He
He
got them
Uh,
from the Giovanni.
he looks at Carmine, not paying mind to any of you. How many of these does Tony have left? I mean, less than 10? He'll come crawling back. Couple of days. Just a few more days.
He has two less now.
He's made a really big mistake, though.
Give me one of those two, would you, Kestrel? You may keep the other for yourself.
let's discuss business first.
You'll want to hear the story that this person has to tell.
We need
And
your attention.
Yes, and so I ask you to give me one of those so I can stop focusing on them.
Kind of glance at the other two, like, do I
Just
do
give
it?
to. Just give it to him.
Yeah, okay. Kind of like just like swap them around in my hand real quick to make it random and hand one to him.
I got sassed by werewolves tonight. Just give it to him. Fucking.
He examines it and says, "Ah, yes, Dottie. Thank you." Puts it in a pocket. Still has 2 of them hanging around his necklace. So yes, tell me this story.
this one was witness to a ritual that Giovanni did on a boat off the coast of Coney Island.
Just let him tell the story.
Tell the story, please, Carmine.
What? Carmine is unhappy again, going, someone's gonna kill me for this. So look, we heard that we can't embrace a wolf because of the spirit, right? That's what you, I guess, told us. And Tony decided that, well, we're masters of spirit, and it was something with the spirit that was messing it up. So he was gonna try, and it worked. It worked. There's a werewolf vampire now,
God, it sounds
and it
so
killed
dumb.
everybody. I fled, and I survived,
Storyteller.
and that's what we should all do. Yes.
Look at chat.
Discord chat or
Twitch chat.
redeemed in name. Aha. The name is the thing underneath it.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess that's your abomination's name.
Yes, it is. So
I can raise
mean,
that point cost if you think I should.
Nah, I'm good with this.
It could be just
Troy
Carlton
and Abed.
Butts.
Troy and Abed are in vampires.
Don't you know what you've done, you fools? You give me a pair of boobs I can touch whenever I want. With what hands? No!
Okay, so actually, Carmine tells of Butts Carlton being somehow forcibly kept on this side of the material world because these necromancers were somehow able to stop the werewolf disappearing trick. And they killed it. They used silver. It was the only thing they found that was effective. And turns out they don't even like touching it. Just like even touching silver, it hurts them. It's amazing when you have it and you need to fight them. But it worked. And now Butts Carlton got away. I say that so many times now. And I ran away, and then these people came and caught me, and now they're bringing me to you. I don't know what's going on. I'm really scared, and I just want to live. So please, Jacob. The impossible is never quite as impossible as we think it is it? Our house has come up with many unbelievable magics, but a werewolf vampire. Now that
Vampire.
Somebody thinks he's Neil deGrasse Tyson.
There are dozens of werewolves in the city, much more than normally is in the city.
And we know where 3 of them live.
they may
We do know where 3 of them live.
Or at least are right now.
And where their
Where?
loved ones are.
where
Manhattan.
I am future prince. I need to know the exact address.
That seems like some valuable information. What would we be gaining by giving it to you?
Good graces with the prince. You are my Marischal, are you not? Help your prince.
We came here to you because we thought this was important enough that it would affect your princedom.
And you are right,
We've been having
as are
some
werewolves.
concerns, some issues lately. It would be nice to have a little extra protection in case anything comes back on us after this happens with these werewolves. Whatever you
Willie,
plan to do.
the gargoyle, comes out of the walls once again, as you saw before. And Jacob says, Willie, protect them. You are now their bodyguard. For the next 48 hours, keep them alive, keep them safe, and make sure that nothing they do does not assist the progress of House Tremere.
I just pull out a written note with the address on it.
it is calligraphy. Handwritten invitation.
Thank you. We will send one of our more diplomatic agents.
We live to serve the prince.
They also have
Yes.
jugs of blood, but it's not normal blood. So, do with that what you will. They were willing to trade us for him. Although it's weird. Why would they have traded for you if they didn't even know that you were there? Sorry. Forget about me.
There are all sorts of... Every group has their spies. Spies don't always tell the full picture, but enough to go on.
Got it.
We have had to ward all of our havens against spirits on the chance that they are simply used as reconnaissance. You never do know when a spirit is lurking. Well, some of us know.
Sometimes they make themselves very obvious. Like pulling
They
their hair.
do. If they throw things, if they haunt a place, for example.
Or a TV.
Or a statue.
But it is getting quite late. So, Willie shall stay with you for the next 48 hours. But it is a short-term loan. Don't get into anything particularly dangerous just to get him some combat. It will happen, don't you worry.
I might have to kick a werewolf's ass. He challenged me, so...
As your prince, do not instigate with werewolves. You
Okay.
hear?
I understand.
In fact, it should be avoided.
Yeah,
Generally, I do prefer to avoid werewolves. It's a very wise decision.
they should
It would
avoid
be
me.
unfortunate if I lost some of my resources. And
Ah,
currently I cannot use them.
I had a question for you, Regent.
Yes?
Have you heard any reports of an odd man or odd man and child in the city asking vampires to repent?
Berta, put them up here for the night, the day. We should speak of this in the morning. Will you all accept my lodgings for the night? We have perfectly adequate guest rooms.
Ooh, do normies get to sleep in the Tremere house? Normally?
They have guest rooms.
Okay.
If they
Just
are,
unusual.
yeah.
I'm gonna, before I want to go to sleep, I want to talk to Bob and have him call or text Bob and have him run Butts Carlton's name.
Bob is totally asleep at 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
Totally.
The sun is coming up. But you
Totally.
send him the text. He can see
And-
if he can find anything out about Butts Carlton. But it
And
is
tell
also
him.
quite...
Oh yeah, sorry.
No.
I just wanted
we
to buy
are-
me silver chains that I can wrap around my fingers as well.
Cool. You send him that text.
Oh, this is when we
He'll
find
have
out
it for you.
silver hurts us
in the
now,
night.
too. God damn it!
So
Don't make
also-
that.
It is time for our break. My legs want to get a little stretching, some food, some water. It's been a little bit, but I think this is a good break point before the next night happens. Thank you all for watching. We are going to take our 5-10 minute break, and we will be back shortly, and we will see if the coterie makes it through all of this. Until then,
back from our break, and we're happy to see you. We can't see you.
But you can see
We
us.
love you all.
Thank you for
Aw.
joining us, everyone. To pick up, our coterie had an interesting conversation with Carmine Giordano, who they took into their custody, discovered that Giovanni made an abomination, a werewolf vampire. After meeting with the werewolves, tersely, uncomfortably, they handed over Carmine to the Tremere. Always good to give the Tremere things. They asked about those weird fellows who asked about repentance. The Tremere region became serious and asked them to stay the night, stay the day. They all go to their private rooms. They're nice, they're furnished, they're books. Occult level 1, if you were to pick them up and read them, you're familiar or not. There are no windows, of course. You all enter your day torpors. The feeling of your increased auspex goes away. Kestrel, you do wake up half an hour before everyone else does. You're kind of groggy. You get the sense that you don't want to go near any windows, but your blood rouses. Everyone as well, give me a hunger check. As you begin this night.
Good to go.
All right. The beast is calm here in the Tremere Chantry, it seems.
Oh,
I failed.
Except for Mad Dog. The gangrel doesn't vibe with the Tremere.
Oh.
And the beast rises. But you are able to meet with Jacob shortly after. Everyone is awake. He says that I have heard reports of an unidentified figure seemingly all over the city, different times. Sometimes two places at once. Makes no sense. And a few people who have reported this are missing. This is confidential information, of course. I am not going to tell you who went missing. But these were not spring chickens. I expected them to know how to handle themselves. They probably wouldn't have fallen to something that wasn't significant. But I have not encountered this person myself. Have you?
just
Are we all
turn and
playing coy?
look straight at Kestrel.
I stare back.
Yes. He's an annoying little fucker, and he just bothered me all the time. Him and the kid and the soccer ball.
Soccer goal.
Soccer?
There was two of them, and then they brought us to this athletic field on the other side of the FDR, and we talked to a goalpost.
Well, really, it talked to us.
It did talk.
talked
it
It
talked
did
to
talk
us.
people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was no conversation. It was purely speaking to us.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Jesus freaks asking you to repent before God, and they would bring out all this inside information that they had on us, going like, "Here's your sire. Here's who you know."
Here's
Kick
an
him, kick-
arbitrary time limit. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
Apparently, he
blah, blah,
approached Franklin,
The-
and Franklin's friend is deflecting them from him.
The end times are coming. You should repent before you all burn in hell. You know, normal stupid shit.
Not repenting is actually cool, but we don't want you to know that.
How many times was it that you
3.
saw? 3. Jacob is steadfastly taking notes on everything you're saying,
I'll take
asking
my
for clarifying questions.
I'll take my hat off and go like, and this fucker I think gave me horns. These things
Mad
won't
Dog,
go
this
away.
isn't the first time you've gotten those, though.
They haven't stuck
No.
around this long though.
No, but they
True.
won't go away.
Hmm.
And after the third time we talked to him, we, had a weird trip in our sleeps, and now we woke up and we feel a lot different.
Wait, what?
Different how?
More powerful?
Kestrel's just nodding.
So you think it was a good thing that you met him?
Turns
That
out
was good.
not repenting is great.
Yeah. We literally yelled at God. He
Yeah.
didn't like that one.
Turns
but-
out God's real and he wants us to be monsters.
What about that soccer ball?
Turns
There
out
was-
God's real and he wants us to be monsters to help other people be good. It's kind of like our whole deal in life, I think.
The soccer ball, though, was really weird, wasn't it?
They had magic. I tried to kick one of their soccer ball, and it stopped in midair, and then I had to jump up and grab it, and I stomped it. And then, if you looked in his eyes too much, you would start losing it, He smelled like sunlight. He didn't seem to have anything wrong with him. And when I tried to intimidate him, even though he's an old man, he stood right up to me.
What was that tune they were humming? Greensleeves?
Yeah.
How does that go?
You know, that Snickers commercial.
Huh.
I'm allowed to watch TV.
They seem mostly harmless, frankly. They said they were going to move on to another place after they were done with us.
My notes. If you see them again, avoid them. If you have to deal with them, say nothing. Try to leave as soon as you can.
I don't
Do
think they'll
not
be back
speak.
for us.
Good. If perchance they do.
You
Do
should
not
speak to
speak.
Franklin about his experience. Since he seems to be in the midst of it.
Boy, you really hate the Malkavians, huh?
Fuck him.
I think I may ask Franklin to come to me instead of going to seek him out.
Are they magic
like-
users? Are they those? Is that what these people are?
Their aura
One-
was more bouquet-ish.
What?
From their description, one must assume they have something that a normal mortal does not. If they
Look
are
over it.
mortal at all.
Oh, and in photography, there's a light technique that causes the light to refract as circles. When you look at their aura, it looks similar to that type of light refraction. It looks like bouquet.
Jacob makes a few more notes.
Oh, they were also beyond smug.
They were.
Like if you think you're thinking Ventru level, no, further.
Tremere level. We perfect everything we do.
I didn't want to say it.
You
But-
didn't want to say we were perfect?
I didn't want to say you were smug, but further.
Perfectly smug.
Further.
Imperfectly smug.
Overly smug. Okay, that's a problem then.
Further.
We're perfectly smug. It's appropriately leveled.
Further.
Thank you for your information. It is useful to have such frank discussion. I suppose Willie will still escort you for the next 48 hours.
That would be helpful, thank you.
Jacob takes off one of the two of his blood fetters. and he hands it to Willie. Willie puts it around his neck on a necklace. I'll see you in 48 hours, I suppose.
That's the
Shall
election,
we?
right? That's the election.
No, the election is more like 96 hours away, maybe even 110 or whatever, 120. Yeah, 120.
Okay.
Shouldn't he be out
no,
there
more than that.
shaking
There is
hands and
still
kissing licks?
there is still time for the planned, perhaps, attack on some peoples. You did have an ask to check out a warehouse.
That's right.
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 Is there any
Okay.
sign of Carmine?
Well,
They
werewolf stuff
moved
happens.
from somewhere?
Oh, Carmine has been moved into a cell. The Tremere Chantry has some of those.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
It's a large haven. It's got every dotted ability to some level, so a cell is a pretty standard one.
Look, sometimes you just need 5 dots in cells. It's normal. It's typical. It's completely normal, guys.
Also, like Jacob was asleep during the day as well as you, so what's he gonna do, right? He wants to maybe ask you questions himself. Maybe he knows the language they were using on the spell.
Where is the
Italian.
warehouse?
The warehouse is downtown Brooklyn. Not like business, but like there are a couple of factories off of some of the like almost by the docks. There's like a little bit down there. There are a couple of factory type buildings, but in the world of darkness, it's much less still used. It's a lot more run down. You're driving, I suppose, Kestrel's vehicle still.
Should you try to call Richie? And I'll call Bob.
Yeah, any word from Richie?
No words from Richie. You should probably go ahead and strike him off your character sheet.
All right.
Oh.
Bye, Richie.
Maybe he'll come back, but at the moment, you got nothing on him.
Hey, wait. If you guys aren't planning to kill Carmine, can I take him over as a ghoul? I need a new one.
So you would have to ask Jacob because he is the current possessor of Carmine.
Yeah.
You handed him over.
Run that up the tree for me, Tremere, who's letting me out the door.
Berta?
I can relay that to Jacob and ask him if he is willing to let you take Carmine as a ghoul.
If you don't, you're not using him.
There's always a use for blood. Go on. I'll ask.
Thank you.
Ghoul for Carmine. Okay. The warehouse.
Drive around the block, get a look at it.
The other thing, just from Bob, nothing on Butts Carlton.
Like nothing. Okay.
Um,
Like he doesn't exist? Nothing? Or nothing?
Yeah, he
out of-
couldn't.
We will
He couldn't
find
find
you,
a record.
Butts, Carl.
He couldn't find a record, not because of the name, but there just wasn't a record. They couldn't locate any.
Okay.
The warehouse, you drive around it. Looks like it's empty, not being used. There are a couple of signs of like down the block. You can see like a couple of people huddled around like garbage can fire.
Good area.
There's trash. It's pretty abandoned. This is not being used. There's probably no one who's going to claim this and pay for it on their taxes or have it, written off. Unowned property almost, just abandoned, derelict. There are a couple of parked vehicles around it. You notice most of them are pretty run down, but there are a couple, two nice looking vehicles that do have dark tinted windows.
That's suspicious.
And wits plus awareness check from everyone. You're all in the car looking around.
That is 4 for me.
Three.
2.
2. So let's go up the ladder. With 2, you spot the couple of dark tinted cars, and you're even kind of like, huh, those are a little suspicious.
Can I tell if one's a Jeep?
They're not Jeeps.
Okay.
You don't see any insignias. With 3, Mad Dog, you see them, and you're like, those kind of look like feds. Like, that might be like
Ooh.
the feds. I don't know why they'd be there. And you also see some graffiti. And Mad Dog, you see this, and it says G. Rel was here.
Ah.
Now, with 4 successes, Kestrel, you spot somebody who is standing on a second-story fire escape, clearly like looking down, surveying. And their look is combat boots, tattered black pants, and a leather jacket.
I kind of call their attention to him. Point up at the guy out the window. What do you make of that?
Do we recognize that guy?
What does he think he is? Daredevil? We in Hell's
Looks like a
Kitchen?
Fed. Looks like a SI.
I thought they were dead.
You didn't get a close enough look to know if they're mortal or not.
Just the vibe I'm getting right now with the cars and the dude in combat boots, it just gives me chills. It gives me the shakes. I don't like that.
Could I grant? Does anybody have cash on them? I have resources. I guess I would have some cash on me. Can I take like $60 and walk over to the guys that look like they're homeless, and using
They're like maybe a block away from the nice cars and the person on the second floor, but you can totally go over.
Yeah, maybe just make my way over there and ask them, hey, do you mind if I ask what's been going on around here? I can pay for my information.
I mean, what do you want to know? Toby got beat up the other day because some sadists came around. Did that count? I'll take your money.
Look these guys up and down. Are they actually like homeless, or are they just feds dressed like they're homeless?
They look like a meal that if you were hungry and weren't like too picky, you could pick them up.
Okay. A sadist, you say?
I mean, some jerk just came and beat us up for no reason, or beat him up for no reason. I don't know. He didn't like the way he looked at him. Maybe Toby asked him for money and he didn't like that. Can I have some money now?
One last thing. You know that guy in that window over there?
No.
All right. Give him the money. Walk back to the car.
Thank you. I assumed you were doing this like from the car window.
Yeah, sure. Or yeah,
unless
you're
telling
Wait,
me
if we're doing it that way, if we're doing it from the car window, Kestrel kind of leans over and is like, "You see a lot of people coming and going from that building. Anybody interesting?"
I mean, you got more money for me?
take out another 20. Do the old put it near his hand and go.
Yeah, so a couple of the guys, they sleep in there sometimes. That's about like, I think it's who is it? And he like turns to his friend. I don't know. They're both drunks.
All right, take out one more 20 and then ask one last question. What's up with those cars over there? Those look like cops.
Probably.
Cops come around here?
Not unless they're-
Did whoever went in that building kick anybody out of it? Are they allowed to sleep in there anymore? Or they get roughed up?
It's squatting. Just squatting. There's, no rights to it. The cops want to arrest us, they can. No one's going to fight for us.
All right.
But they leave us alone for the most part, unless somebody, comes running to hide here and they're wanted for something. That happened, what, like 2, 3 months ago? Yeah, it was just unlucky.
What? Who's on the out of character for a second here? Who's on the $20 bill?
Jackson.
Hamilton? Jackson?
Hamilton's the 10.
Hamilton's 10. Jackson?
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson.
The guy
Mr.
that paid
Jackson-
paper money.
Yeah. Mr. Jackson here says we were never here, right?
Of course, we don't get a lot of people asking questions. This is really out of the ordinary.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Go Park. Can you use your shadow trick to go in there and find out what's going on?
First of all, shut up. Second of all, I could have just made them forget, right? You didn't have to pay $20.
It's the Humanity 8 thing to do, though.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
We can afford it, and also, who cares? They're nobodies.
There are nobodies who are snitches, so we might as well be safe.
So yeah, shadow up and head on in.
Do none of you have ability to stealth or obfuscate?
No.
It's hard to believe that they're two kindred in their 30s would be struggling to put together 2 dots of celerity between them.
I have 2 dots in celerity.
Oh, so
I
you
have
have
celerity.
fleetness.
Yes.
The stealth power.
It's not very good for, long-term missions in a building where you want to look around, though.
Well, that's the whole scene, just like my power.
You can still
But
go in there
yours
first.
only
and...
needs 1 rouse check, and mine needs 2.
Yours keeps you from getting hurt.
Oh,
while you're
hold
in
on, I
there.
just want to be clear. You were asked to scout this place out. So finding out information is your goal. You're not expecting a fight here. You weren't told to go in and kick anybody out who's there, or expect someone there to be there to harm you.
Why don't we, Mad Dog? You always look a little bit rough. Put some dirt on your face, rough your clothing up a little bit, and look like you're a homeless person trying to look for somewhere to sleep, and go in there. You're the least attractive of us all.
No. I'm the
Coming
most
at
beautiful.
Mad Dog real hard there.
I'm the most beautiful of us all. I am literally beautiful.
Wait, do you
Right.
actually have?
I have beautiful.
Okay. Oh, so Owen.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Get the
the
fuck in
person
there.
the person who's been roughing up everyone and beating everyone and getting into fights with everyone is a beautiful, beautiful man in his mid to late
This
30s.
is unfortunate because I also have beautiful.
This is bullshit.
So Owen is
This is
canonically the least attractive person here. Owen, go put some dirt on your face.
I lost a ghoul today.
That is
wow,
terrible.
cry
You
about
should-
it later. What are you, Humanity 8 or something? You cry about your ghoul?
It's really upsetting. You're putting me in danger like this.
All right, look. Willie is in the car with you. Says, I don't want to go by myself, but I'm pretty tough, and I'm not that
Wait, he can melt into walls.
It's true.
stone walls.
What's
That doesn't look like stone.
Is it concrete?
It's probably like metal siding.
Is it brick or concrete? Because brick and concrete, canonically, if you're using V5 gargoyles, which I wrote, I can tell you they can.
It is steel.
Oh, okay. He's fine then.
Fuck this place.
Although this does remind me of something. Mad Dog, the Bob conversation, you also wanted him to get
Oh, yeah.
you silver knuckles instead of
Mhm.
brass knuckles. He sent you a text saying, I have them. Where do you want? Aw, kitty. So he's able to get them to you whenever you want.
Cool.
If we want, you can have them by now.
I mean, I'll go in, but I make
But
loud.
Willie is also saying they'll go in.
I make
Yeah.
loud noises though. I feel like
Listen, I just want one of you out. I want one of you, at least one of you, out of the car.
okay.
I feel like I'm the most conspicuous.
That is absolutely not true, because you can lie your way out of it.
I'm also, well dressed and exceptionally attractive and a twink.
You're meeting your sugar daddy. I don't know.
It's true. I'm a trick.
It is an abandoned building. Who are you expecting to meet?
Warehouse party. I don't know.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Fuck it.
This is a
Fuck it.
rave.
Fuck it, Willie. Let's go. I'm going in. The hammer's going in now. I start walking out of the car. Oh, and if you're coming, you're
I'll
coming.
come, yeah.
Okay.
Fine, if we're all going, we're all going.
Great. There's easily some parking spots by the door. You park there. You are in line of sight of the two fancy cars. Just to note, they're not near, but they're line of sight. You all get out. Willie does have a large draped thing. They look like maybe they've got a huge backpack on. It's hard to hide a gargoyle, but they will try without using the blood for now. And you go in, and there's a chain on the ground and a broken padlock, and the doors are easy enough to open.
Look
Is
at
the guy who was on the
padlock.
balcony still there?
Yep, still watching. Also line of sight.
Was the padlock cut or ripped? If I need to roll, I'll take half on that one.
What's your half taking?
For wits investigation?
Yeah.
3 is half.
Looks like a bolt cutter.
Okay, cool. Got it. Let's head in.
Okay. You head in to a abandoned warehouse. It
Turn on
is
toughness as we're walking in, actually. Sweet.
roll hunger. Okay. It is dark inside, as there is no running electricity. Most of you have ways to avoid that level 1 power, so you can just get through that no problem. Or turn on a flashlight.
I turn on the light on my cell phone because I don't have a way to see in the dark.
I took the flashlight out of my
Ironically.
car's emergency kit.
There is trash and debris around. This is a fairly large building where there are 3 floors. And although it also sort of looks like a lab as you look around, but all the equipment is gone. It looks like there were laptop, desktop type scenarios. And like you see some keyboards and mice that were left around, and some actual mice crawling around. Trash all over the place, but no actual electronics, computers, anything like that.
Like brown mice or white mice?
City mice that are
City mice. As if they were
yeah.
leftover lab mice, they might be white.
That's a good question.
Yeah, no. They look like scary.
And like a real lab, not a meth lab.
Yes, like a scientific type thing with like large things that you might imagine have large computers in them, or other structures. There are a couple of these offices, and you see that the way to get from floor to floor, there aren't any elevators. There is a sort of central opening space. With a staircase that goes up to the 2nd and then the 3rd floor, and there are balconies all around it. So like you could be on the 3rd floor and look down, or be on the 1st floor and look up, and it actually leads to a skylight. The structural integrity of the building doesn't look great. Looks like you could probably place a couple of charges here or there. They'd have to be big charges, not a small building, but no one's done any maintenance here for a while. As you're looking around, you do hear a little bit of rustling. A couple of people's voices and like bottles clinking. And if you want to go investigate, you see 2 people who look to be squatting in the building. Makeshift chairs and tables and furniture. And they're just sort of startled if you actually get within line of sight to them. If you're getting that close, like, we got this space. Go find somewhere else.
We're good. We're good. We're just looking around. You guys see anybody in here? Any like military types, suits?
No, I mean, you want us to? I'll say yes if you want me to.
Nah, we're good.
How long's this place been empty?
I don't know. I got here like 2 months ago. This fucking shithead in Florida shipped me here on a bus.
Do you know someone named Butts Carlton?
No.
All right, just check. It's a real name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that sounds like a Swedish name.
Boots, yeah.
Them Swedes got them weird ones.
Boots Carlton, yeah.
White Fangs confirmed.
White Fangs?
Or Silver Fangs. Silver Fangs.
They ask you to just leave them alone. They don't seem like they would have much to share with you. You can investigate if you like.
I would love to investigate.
Yeah, can we start like where their central living area is and see if there's anybody like I guess is there dirt or dust on the ground? Like are there footsteps leading away from where they normally congregate in this area? Does anybody else walk around this building?
They did. So I mean,
is it like a central line of footsteps that are like well trafficked back and forth in this space, or are there like more that branch out into various places that don't have like light sources in them?
Oh, no, it seems like this is pretty much the only place these folks go. There is a small trail that, if you take a look, leads to bathrooms that still have at least working plumbing. They can flush. No lights, but the water still.
Is anything?
You don't really want to see it, honestly.
Is anything branded? Like, what company used to own this building that ran a lab?
Wits plus investigation.
I'll take 3.
Megadon.
So you don't find any brand names.
Not even like the mice and keyboards?
No, those are all blank, black, generic, unmarked. But you do find two instances the same symbol in places that you think might be like a logo. And it's not a symbol you've seen before, so you can't like call it Microsoft or anything. But it's sort of this circular thing that interlocks with itself in 5 places.
The Olympics?
No, more like a hexagram. Like, I should just pull up the image I'm thinking of and describe that. But yeah, you find this one. Google doesn't know what I mean when I use that shorthand yet. Okay, so like, it's actually two bars that are sort of making a triangle in a sense. 2 lines. I'll just put the image in the chat. It's the Technocratic Union one as a meta note.
Ah. Okay.
Who sent us this?
That is not helpful as a black image.
Who told us to investigate this area? Was that
The La Sombra asked Owen to check it out.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the important shit is normally in the basement or on the 3rd floor. Where do we want to go first? The 3rd floor or the basement?
This is
Why would it be either of those places?
Is nothing like 2 lines making a triangle.
Okay. I am not.
It is kind of a Mobius strip, actually. It is kind of,
lines don't bend.
Also, it's one line. It's one Mobius strip creating
Get
two
Rhett in here.
triangles.
Okay, paradox is hard. All right. I was struck by some, and it doesn't leave as quickly as you want it to. So that's the logo you see two of, but none of you know what that is. Just unless make it a cult roll, everyone, if you want to, intelligence occult, very
Sure.
high difficulty. But if you crit, it's possible you will have seen it somewhere.
I'm almost afraid to roll this, but let's do it.
And don't worry about hunger. That's not an issue for a knowledge roll like this.
What about a messy crit with the Lasombra?
It's just two more
Oh.
successes. That's how it.
3 successes.
Only one.
Mad Dog's the one who knows this.
2 successes. No, yeah.
None of you have seen that symbol before. You do not know what it is. Could be, anything.
It looks like a typical like lab type symbol. So
Then I guess we should probably just do like general, investigation rolls of the building to try to find
Yeah.
what shouldn't be here.
So and nothing is. No one's going to stop you. You have free reign of the building, other than these two folks who are, camping out. So you don't need to make the rolls. You can spend as much time as you like there. It is not a bad spot to try to ambush folks. There are limited specific exits, although there are a couple of windows that have been boarded up and boarded over, but Kindred could probably barrel through those easier than the steel walls. There are a couple of pillars. You think 2 or 3 places with some explosives, and you could take it all down.
Could I do a intelligence craft demolition to verify that?
Yeah, intelligence demo. Yes.
That if I can take half, that's 3 successes.
You are in the 95, 98 percentile confidence range. But, it has to be some high grade explosives. This isn't something you make in your bathtub.
Gotta drill the holes.
So sourcing that is not something you immediately have access to, but surely someone well connected does.
Are there any animals in here?
Mice.
Oh,
Mice.
rats. Yeah, rats.
You
Yeah.
said
Yeah,
mice.
rats.
I whispered to Kestrel, "Are there any Nosferatu in here?"
I'll use a sense the unseen to take a look around this place.
All right. Auspex plus wits plus 1, and see the roll.
Uh-oh.
I mean, were there any Nosferatu here a moment ago? Maybe.
It's just the Malkavians. We're okay.
4 successes.
How many?
4.
4. You see no one's using Sense the Unseen. You don't get a ping on any magic on the building. You do see a lingering spirit. And it is not far from where the 2 camped out folks, the 2 squatters were.
I'm gonna wander over there towards it.
Unless you make it known that you notice it, it doesn't do anything different. It's sort of hanging out in the room with them.
What does it look like?
Looks like a wraith.
A wraith.
You have occasionally seen one of these with the Giovanni before.
Means a fetter might be around here somewhere, or that it's a haunted place, possibly.
You haven't. Sense the Unseen would probably have pinged a fetter as a sort of quasi-magical. So maybe they're the fetter. But that a fetter means someone sort of possessed could possess it.
Mm-hmm.
Not all wraiths are possessed.
Yeah. I kind of I don't want to like freak out the guys that are just squatting here, but I kind of like subtly like wave at it and like stare directly at it. Like,
It recognizes that you can see it, and it sort of, as it spectrally moves, floats almost around and almost to the wall, like it's backing away.
it's okay. It's okay. No, I don't care anymore. The dudes might think I'm crazy. Whatever.
Yeah,
It's
they're
it's
like, "What's okay?"
okay. It's fine. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just curious what you're doing here.
We're staying here, staying alive. You know, we lost someone very near and dear to us, and it's destroyed our lives. It led us on a terrible path. One thing led to another, led to another, led to another, and now we're here. And this is
Wait,
really not where we want to be.
is the
That's
wraith
what
saying that, or
the
is the
mortals are saying, because the mortals are responding to you. The wraith
okay?
is just sort of looking between you and them. As the mortals are explaining, we went down this dark path after losing a loved one.
Huh. I kind of step back a little bit and like kind of gesture towards the wraith to like come forward to see if it like floats towards them.
It does not. It backs itself into a corner and sort of shakes its head.
Not their people.
Uh,
Can I do an empathy roll maybe or an insight to get an idea?
wits plus empathy.
Kestrel's losing it, Mad Dog.
Um, who did you lose? What happened? You guys look. You all
It
look
hurts
like you found a hard time.
It's just we can't talk about it.
I mean, I get it. I get it. I've lost people before. You know.
The empathy role gives you that you think this is the spirit connected to them. It doesn't want to present itself.
Okay, so I kind of move away from it and like give it some space and like move towards the two drifters and just well, this is gonna sound crazy and I'm sure you already think I'm insane, but I think that the person you lost isn't gone. I think they care quite a bit about you and they want to make sure you're okay. I think they're watching you.
Nah, we go to church once in a while. We can only hope.
I think that's the good thing to do. You should be safe out there. Be careful. Don't get yourself hurt because I think whoever it is who's watching you would be upset if that happened. Watch for signs. You never know what you might see if you just keep an eye out. They might be trying to talk to you.
Thanks. Are you some Mormon missionary or something?
Nah. I just think ghosts are cool.
Ghosts?
Yeah. Spirits, wraiths.
The spirit leaves the room by backing out through the wall.
Seems like you're being haunted by your friend. What happened to him?
We don't want to talk about it. Would you just go?
Okay. Kestrel kind of. You guys have probably seen Kestrel get weird about like wraiths or spirits hanging around before, but usually he doesn't go out of his way to like talk to people about them. This is a little weird. This is just another sign of him being a little too empathetic, probably.
Listen, everything you've done in the last couple of nights is like we're like putting it through like a fine like comb or something right now. It's like He's being ever since the eye incident. We're like, what the fuck is this?
Kestrel, go warm up the car. We'll be right down.
We need to go check out the roof.
Yeah, we're gonna
access.
check out the rest of the place.
Are you sure you don't want me to come with you?
Yeah,
Track
no,
the
no,
ghost
no,
down.
yeah. Yeah.
I think the ghost is done with me. It left.
Okay.
What if it comes back though?
Let's go up to the roof.
Okay.
You go up to the third floor, similarly abandoned, debris, signs of a couple of people who were living there, but it's like dried piss and human stuff. And
pooped
you
on the
get
roof?
to no, on the third floor.
Okay.
But on the roof, the roof door is opened. It's actually been like broken open, so it can't be like if you close it, it doesn't lock. And you get out to the roof. You can see fair distance. You're not too far over the water. You got a view of Manhattan. And if you look towards where the street are, you can see, oh, there's the fire barrel of the people over there. And there's the second story. The person is still standing on the balcony, but they're looking down. They're not looking at you. Give me a wits plus awareness check. Everyone on the roof.
This is where all the rolls go wrong.
Make it a crit at any cost.
Got me?
1. Thank God I don't have that Suddite flaw.
1.
Also, Tyler, drink.
4.
4.
You forget the
Make
thirst,
it
you gotta
6.
drink.
Make it 6. Make it 6. Messy crit.
You want a messy crit?
No, let's say if we threaten to kill this guy that's minding his own business.
With 4 successes, you spot someone else, not the person on the balcony who your eyes were first drawn to, but the bigger fish. You know, the image of the sniper, back. This is the person behind the one on the second floor balcony.
Yep.
And they're on a third floor balcony that's actually like kind of hidden and hard to see. If you're looking at it from the street, it almost looks like part of the wall.
It's Mr. Carlson.
And this person looks unmistakably like a vampire because they're a Nosferatu, not using obfuscate because they don't think anyone's able to see them. But of course, line of sight works both ways.
I'll nudge Mad Dog and Owen and chin point towards the Nosferatu.
Do I recognize them?
No. And you know a lot of them, but this one is unfamiliar.
You want to
Does not
say anything to him?
He's watching over the person in the other balcony.
And the general area. And by this point,
there's like dudes in cars watching. There's the homeless dudes at their trash fire watching. There's a dude on a balcony watching. There's us, and now there's a Nosferatu watching. And also a ghost, just being a voyeur.
That's what they do, though. It's kind of their thing.
The Nosferatu has spotted the 3 of you on a roof. It's sort of easy to notice figures walking around when you're on a roof and there isn't a lot of blocking you. You can see them. They eventually take their vision to you, and they are clearly no longer looking down, but are looking at you, and then they kind of like look up and
Kind of gesture towards him, like, come here.
soaring leap.
Hey!
Masquerade breaking the fuck out of this, and leaps 45, 50 feet in the air from where they are to the top of the structure that the staircase led out, right? The staircase led up, and then you walked out a door. They're on top of what the door was. So they're not on the roof, they're on top of the roof. And perched down, like ready to hop further. And they say, "Don't take a step closer. We can talk at a distance.
What?
One step and I leave."
Whose territory is this?
This is downtown Brooklyn. Let's check the map.
That's La Sombra. Okay.
Tremere.
Ah.
Come here.
Yeah, sorry. So like somewhere between Dumbo and Carroll Gardens, if you're looking at the map.
Okay.
New York has the best names. Just stupidest names.
Dumbo is actually down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass. That's what Dumbo is.
That was say Tripla.
That was a triple.
But so yeah, it's Tremere territory that you are currently at.
See,
What you
I was
doing
not
here?
expecting downtown to be west. I was expecting it
Sorry,
to be
yeah,
down.
it's the I apologize. The mapping is strange.
New York is strange.
Yeah, a little bit.
So the Nosferatu is on the perch there. What you want to say?
What are you
What
doing
do you-
here?
What are you doing?
We asked first.
So if I tell you, you tell me.
Sure.
Spying.
On who?
One question at a time now. What are you doing?
Spying.
I'm not sure I want to answer any more questions.
Who's the down there?
Trade you that for one of your names.
Interesting.
Where are you from?
That's another question. You want to rack up your bill, it's going to come due.
Oh, this is very
Pops out.
out of everything else that's happened, this is very interesting to me.
What if we give him the gargoyle's name?
We're not gonna sell out whatever his name is. Fuck.
All right, listen. My name is Butts Carlton.
Don't lie.
What's your name?
Looks like Storyteller's having issues. He's not moving much.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh no. Oh, wait.
Maybe.
Hath returned.
Now he's frozen again. Oh, wait. Say something.
Speak. Speak, boy.
You've got like 5 pixels and we can't hear you.
5 pixels and no sound.
There, I heard something.
Okay. See, I just had to close a bunch of things.
Your pixels are making noise now.
Yay.
All right, I'm back.
Maybe.
You look like you're in witness protection.
That's
You look
And also
you
on
look
time
like
delay.
A thin blood with La Sombra flaw.
He's in Tremere witness protection.
You look like you were censored by the Japanese government.
All of us freeze now too, so when he comes back, he doesn't know.
Sorry, chat. We're having issues.
You know, we're 10 minutes to midnight. That might be a good place to wrap.
Yeah, it might be.
With where
We're
are you
ending-
from? Well, my name is Butts Carlton.
My name is
Where are
Butts
you
Carlton.
from?
Next time on Vampire the Masquerade. Butts Carlton.
All Butts all the time. Yeah, if he doesn't come up in like a minute or so, I'm gonna have to. I think it's close enough
Totally.
to call it, right?
Yeah, totally.
Your beautiful merit actually just applies to your butt. It's a beautiful
It
butt.
always does. That's why I
I've got
called America's
Nightwing's
ass.
It's curvaceous. It's like a peach. It's succulent.
I've got Dick Grayson's ass.
No. Dick and ass are different things.
Dick Grayson's ass.
Dick Grayson is synonymous with ass.
I didn't know this. I don't really appreciate ass
There
that
are
much.
comic panels of like villains just stopping what they're doing, going to his butt.
Okay, I'm looking up Dick Grayson's butt now, and yeah, that is a very nice butt.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Canonically better than Batgirl's butt. Alright, I think we've definitely lost him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
Alright, our storyteller has entered torpor. So oh wait, he's back. Oh, my cameras are all fucked up.
He came back just to screw us.
Oh, I don't know if this is fixable, and I don't think I'm on stream right now. I
You
can't tell
are.
because my computer's froze. Oh boy. Great. Sorry about that, everyone.
We should probably just
That
wrap
was
it
some
up here.
technical difficulties. Yeah. What's the Troy and Abed? Technical difficulties. So where was we?
My name is Butts Carlton.
What's
that was
your
the
name?
last thing said.
Okay. Oh, finally left. The Nosferatu there will trade you one question for one question, depending on the questions. They don't generally want to answer that many more, though. If you have some questions, we can each get one question in. And then I think we are going to probably wrap it up pretty soon.
I'm good with mine being, what's your name? My name's Butts. He asked for one of our names. Butts Carlton.
Give
What's your
me
name?
a manipulation plus subterfuge roll.
I'm going to blood buff.
Remember, you have an increased blood buff.
Well, it's always good to get your hunger up higher when you're about to lie through your teeth.
That's right. That way, you get more bang for your buck with your willpower.
Okay, here we go. 7. Then at Earth. 4. But hell, let's make it a messy critical.
Oh god.
Oh God, no!
I mean, it's one of the last rolls of the night. We might as well.
What is a messy critical when you're lying to a man, though?
Messy critical means, if that's what you're doing, yep. You say, my name's Butts Carlton. Says, yeah, and my name is the Queen of England, motherfucker. You get extremely defensive. He does believe you, but he's also not willing to stay there anymore. And he's like, I'll give you my name,
but I don't want to have this turn into a fight.
Oh, so we would lose our questions.
No fight. What's your name?
I'm George. George Jackson.
That we don't know anybody by that name, right?
I don't think so. Let
I
me
don't know.
bring up my NPC notes.
No, you've never met or heard of anyone, no kindred in town that you've ever come across named that.
Okay.
All right.
And they say, "I'll be seeing you. I don't know if you'll be seeing me."
Wait.
Oh, we will.
Wait, what happened to the other questions? Damn it.
You can shout, and if they're good questions, maybe they'll come back.
Ooh.
But then you're shouting.
How about stage whispering?
You ever do the vault delay?
Is that what you shout?
Yeah.
They are midair as you're shouting this, and they land on the other side, and then they turn. And it's hard for you to see this. It is amazing that in the dark at this distance you can see this, but you can clearly see.
Wink.
Oh yeah! I have no
Oh.
idea how to pronounce that right. If someone would like to tell me, that'd be cool.
Baldery?
Baldery. Damn it! Why did I mixed up with the name of the kids from fucking
Oh God, yeah,
Uh,
Baudelaire.
yeah. What's the name of that?
Series of
guy?
unfortunate events.
Yeah, I've never done that before.
Are you a very intelligent, resourceful orphan child with an enormous fortune?
Who also is a vampire?
That's a
So,
great crossover idea.
I'm gonna wink back though.
They do another hop, and they are beyond line of sight.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Get the
Yeah,
fuck
let's go.
outta here.
All right. You're getting into the car. Final wits plus awareness check. The only thing that matters is if it's critical.
Here we go.
And you're going to get your willpower back. So if you want to burn willpower to try and get a crit,
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh wait.
That's not a critical, but hey, it's something. It's 5.
What button do you hit for the first
The
one?
dot.
yeah, critical is the second button. Just regular is the
You-
first one.
Okay.
But yeah, if you don't have enough of the failure dice.
Nope.
3.
3.
No crits.
5,
Okay.
but not a crit.
Yeah, this was crit specific. This was like rank 5 fortitude. Only a crit breaks through it. If you have that flesh of marble. But that's not what this was. So
Oh well.
you get in the car, and Willie is with you, and he's like, "That's really weird. Who'd you say? The La Sombra asked you to go check it out? We should go tell him what we saw, right?"
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jacob would already know about this since it's our territory. So yeah, it looked all right to me. Let's go talk to Ursula and Jessica.
A lot of people seem to be really interested in an empty, abandoned warehouse, though.
Very, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what was there before. I mean, a lab, but what were they doing at that lab?
And what does that have to do with Butts Carlton? If
God
anything.
damn it! Was Jacob fucking watching us?
Well, I mean, I'm here, says Willie, and
Oh,
you
but,
think
like,
I'm not going to report to
spying
Jacob?
on us.
Well, I mean, I'm going to report. I don't think you would. I'm pretty sure that Nosferatu isn't one of our spies. I'll tell you that. I never saw that George person before, and
So the bots back in town? Because I'm gonna have to find and kill George. By the way, I hate all Sabat members. They're garbage. They're inhuman garbage, and they all need to be just struck from the world. So,
Frankly, I support this, says
look,
Kestrel.
Owen, are you a member of the Sabat?
I mean, not anymore.
There you go. You're not. You've saved yourself. You've repented from those ways, and you are not inhuman garbage anymore. You're a better person.
I mean,
Oh,
since, since joining the Camarilla, his humanity has gone down.
Look, we don't talk about the technical details. You're just a better person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you get to Jessica's cafe. And Ursula is there. She is happy to receive you. What sort of an update do you have for me? She asks.
There were what, 4 groups fucking watching this place? Homeless people pee and poop inside of it.
On the
That's
roof.
Full
why
of
this dude
mice.
flushed.
It's in poor condition. It could come down
There's a ghost
at any
there.
moment with some explosives. Here's a
And
list of what you would need to do that if you were a safety inspector.
And there's a ghost there.
And the Sabat.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you know anyone named George Jackson?
No, but we can inquire.
He's a Nosferatu.
Yeah.
He was sniffing around the place.
He seemed pretty cool, though.
That's probably not a group we can inquire with. You understand why, right?
Well, you gotta know some people still left in it, right?
I mean, if out of anyone, I think we would be the ones to be able to inquire.
They're not going to tell us if somebody is by that name in their clan in town.
I mean, they don't really
asked
believe
the
in clans,
Sabat.
though.
So, okay, we can that's a different ask altogether. It's not where our connections lie, but we can inquire. So, about the building, you think we could demolish it?
I just like slide across some notes he wrote down on the way over.
This will take us a little bit of time to source. We certainly can. We may ask you, Owen, serve as a little bit of bait.
What do you mean? I know what you mean.
Literally lure some of them there. We are also, in coordination with Jacob, going to have a contingent of Tremere there as well. Willie is surprised by this, but goes, there's a lot I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense. It's their territory.
Does. We want to have overwhelming numbers, such that demolition is a last resort.
Oh, do you know what this logo is?
I don't know.
It was there.
It's like Wikipedia? Is that what that is?
Maybe it's like Pentium.
Yeah, it could be. One of those corporate computer things.
Yeah.
We just chose that building because it was abandoned. We don't care who was there. You found that on the stuff, whatever. We'll send some people there to kick out Oot. All of a sudden, Ursula has a
Canadian?
unexpected Canadian, surprise Canadian accent. All of a sudden,
The Sabat
That's her-
Canada.
That's her alternate personality, is the Canadian.
so like a car drove by and cast a shadow on her, like from a streetlight, and when the shadow passed, she just came out with this Canadian accent that I can't do.
Her shadow was on a horse with one of those
Because
wide
when
brimmed
you
hats.
when you first met Ursula, she had a deep Southern accent. Or no, yeah. No, that was Athena from Athens, Georgia. Um, but so yeah, it sounds like we will set this up. We have a little bit of planning to do, but as long as you are all willing to be there and help us lure some of them there, I think we can arrange it to make sure that when you act as bait, Tony Antonius Blockhead will join you. Um, we will coordinate with Jacob and continue to make these plans. Thank you, Owen. You're always good for the clan. And the spat. Strange. Most strange.
Most peculiar.
Well, if they show up in any numbers, we shall simply crush them too.
I wonder if they've been asked to repent.
Thin Lizzy begins to play.
Anything else? Ursula asks. Very well. I think we're going to call it here for the night and pick up in a couple of days' time when the final session. I'm pretty confident that one more session will conclude this particular story. I'd like to thank everyone, especially for bearing through our technical problems. No clue what happened there. Hope my computer's still working. We will, with all luck, be back next week, I believe, to finish this game off. But again, thank you all for watching. Thank you for playing, of course, to my players. And let's do some outros for folks. Perhaps reverse order from the intros. So start with our wonderful host, I believe.
So I have been Owen, Ben, Big Dad, Chief Yeoman of Big Dad Industries. It's a real title. Check it out. We've got new content being planned out for future streams. Namely, I'll be running a Mage the Ascension one shot. It better be a one shot. People that have mostly never played Mage before. My friend has written a module for the Storyteller's Vault for Mage, and we're gonna be showcasing it. It should be cool. I know I've played it before, so I'm gonna take it through new people, and because it's supposed to be a beginner-friendly thing, it's a good way to probably, hopefully, maybe to learn, pick up Mage, see what it's all about. It's gonna be less like intense than the kidnapping game I ran, count to 10. Check it out. I've got other stuff, but I can't think of it right now because I'm very tired. So I will pass it on to someone else.
Hi, I'm Tyler. You can find me on Twitter at TylerRoseRPG for my main stuff, but that's not really what you want to read, honestly. I'm kind of boring as a human being. What you want is Clan Gargoyle and also my brand new terrible meme account, Pentex Inc., because I have decided that Pentex needs to be represented on Twitter and spread their horrible worm corruption to all of the people there. It's a lot of fun. Follow us on there. Also, I write stuff occasionally. You go on Storyteller's Vault, search for Tyler Rose. You'll find a couple supplements I've written. The V5 Gargoyle supplement I mentioned earlier, that is free. I've gotten over 1,000 downloads now in about a year. It's been about a year since it came out, so I'm really happy with that. It's been awesome to see people playing it and discussing it. And there's also a great piece I did with Martlet Games, Sarah and Pat over there, called Bloody Awful Business. That's a guide to the circulatory system, the blood underground we mentioned a couple times. So please go check those out. Really enjoy it. If you want to catch me occasionally, I am here with Ben and everybody else helping out and streaming and being a piece of shit. So it's great. Love to catch you guys soon.
Hi, I'm Butts Carlton. No socials yet. Love playing it. Love playing tonight's game. Thanks so much. You successfully finally pulled back Mad Dog. Good for both of you. Um, it's hard. I know. I just had a great time playing tonight. Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you all for playing. All my storytelling ideas are for naught, if not for the players who bring them to life and throw me for curveballs and say, oh, there are two people who want Carmine Giordano. We're coming up with a third. We're not letting the two people that you thought they might go to, either of them get him. So, wonderful to have this creative style of play. I think it's wonderful and appreciate everyone playing. Thanks for Butts Carlton. Chip in, support the producers. You can find me on Twitter at House Tremere. I will soon be sort of starting to be a storyteller for hire. If you like what you see on the game and you want to hire someone to run one for you, reach out to me on Twitter. I got an email in my bio there for that. And come back next week to see the end of Ask Not For Whom, as our players meet the final scenario, whether that is their final scenario or just the final scenario of the game, we will find out. Until next time, thank you for sticking with us, and peace, love, unity, respect. Be excellent to each other, people. Peace out.
Good night.
Ow.
Night.